I've just downloaded a voice mod for Stream Deck.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's show. As you can tell from my deflated voice, we're not going to have a debate tonight. Unfortunately, we did have a few technical difficulties, and we had, just because of, there's a big time scheduling conflict. This guy's located on the other side of the globe Earth. Yes. Which he accepts. The person I was going to debate tonight does accept and welcomes the globe Earth truth. So unfortunately, we just couldn't get we couldn't get set up for tonight to be the debate. But what we're going to do is we're going to move that debate to Sunday. All right. So Sunday we also have a debate scheduled with a flat earther, and he was in the chat. So I can't remember. Robert Burkinson. There you go. That was the flat earther we were talking. I was just talking about you to make sure that we were still on for
toilet water being flat as evidence.
Robert Burkinson. My email address is fatherskeptic@gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Fatherskeptic@gmail.com.
So there's still the echo coming from me, team.
There's an echo. Oh, hold on. I'll fix that. My bad. My bad. Say something.
Something.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get it fixed.
That's better.
No, it should be still. Yeah, it should still be there, but I'm going to fix it right now. All right. Now you're good.
Cool.
Now they can only hear you once. So, chat, you're always lovely. And tonight, I would like to honor you guys with the next hour to 2 hours of hanging out. So what do y'all want to do? What do you want to see? We can bring Tony on for a head shining. We can bring J.L. Warren on for a belly shining. Hello, Ivy Gentry. How are you doing? Stephen Bauman. Yes, hello. How are you doing? Crafty Keela. Great to see you. But yeah, we'll do anything you guys want to do tonight. You want to watch a couple of videos? Hey, let me get some notifications out. Number one, I will be doing a movie night on my Twitch channel. Okay, I can't do the Prime movie night here on YouTube. I'll get a copyright strike. But on Twitch, okay, what they have is they have a partnership with Amazon Prime. So anybody that has Amazon Prime can go over there and we can sit down and watch a movie together. So if you guys want to pick out a movie from Amazon Prime that you'd like to watch, let's watch it together sometime in the next upcoming couple of days. But yeah, no debate tonight. No debate. And not because he didn't show up. He was here. It was just a matter of technical difficulties. So. Trying to read the chat. Let's see. All right. What up, peeps? King Crew, how are you doing? I'm down with videos. Yeah, let's watch a few videos. Review old videos. No dumpster fire tonight? No, unfortunately, Paul. We had to cancel for tonight. We're moving everything to Sunday. Raza43, how you doing, big bro? Good to see you. All right. So, let's see. All right, he says, Robert Burkinson says, watch my video debunking EV. So I assume, let me see.
I've got it.
You got it? Okay. Did you download it already?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put you full screen. Let me know when you're ready. Oh, God. Is that Pratt? Or is that Infinite Tony's?
That's Infinite Tony's. It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah. The lost look in your eye, Tony, is what truly gives it away. Yeah, turn off the sound. Oh, he's a young Earth creationist too. This could be a good conversation, Robert, on Sunday. Better bring your
I
A
already
game.
made 2 vids proving a flat Earth, and now it's time to prove.
Hey, will you send your rate higher to me?
Yeah.
Your bandwidth? Yeah.
There you go.
Robert, you got to stop putting music in your videos, man. I can't tell if somebody's talking, and now I'm just looking at pictures.
Basically, what he's saying is that because these bits of pottery have pictures of dinosaurs on them, therefore dinosaurs lived with man, and evolution is wrong.
It's not proof that evolution is wrong. Yeah, see, it's no audio. It makes it so hard.
Don't believe everything paleontologists say. They've lied to us before. Proof?
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing though, Robert, okay? So you can't say that an entire field of study is defunct because you have one person who makes a mistake or one person who intentionally deceives. That's not what the body of science is all about.
Sorry, I'll carry on playing that. Oh shit, I just skipped back to the beginning.
I mean, I hope you have more than this when you come to the debate, which is fine. If this is what you want to bring up, we'll talk about it. But I hope you have more than this. I hope you have more than this when you come to debate. Because even if these were wrong, right? Even if all these articles and things they got it, if in the future they find those to be wrong, that still doesn't mean it debunks all of evolution. Evolution doesn't rely on that. You got predictions that can be made using the evolutionary model. Like, how does young Earth creationism explain... Hey, cut that video off.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just don't want it to trigger. Like, how does young Earth creationism explain ERVs? Or the long terminal repeat discontinuity between the two long terminal repeat sites. I mean, those are the things that you would have to say that an evolutionary model predicts these two predictions. We look, we see the predictions. They match. And they independently match too. So like when you're talking about shared ERVs and discontinuity between the LTR to LTR sites, right? That's going to be two independent verifications of the evolutionary model that both verify it with substantial evidence. That's the type of evidence I want to see if you're going to be debunking evolution. I don't want to see, oh, look, they've lied before about this. Because I'll agree with you. People have lied before. Even the people at the top of, like, somebody brought that up. It was Conspiracy Castle in the last... debate that I had. Yeah, he brought up, he said, is there any, corruption at the top levels of Big Pharma? And I was like, yeah, I mean, of course there is. Top levels of everything, there's corruption. But that doesn't mean that all of medicine is wrong just because there's a few people up at the top who are corrupt. It just doesn't mean, you can't, like, that's nonsensical. It's a non sequitur. It doesn't follow.
Oh, right, okay. And also, that entire video is based on the Ica stones, which are hoaxes.
The what?
It's kind of the Ica stones. It's a well-known hoax. I knew that I'd seen something about it before. Let me get a desktop catcher up. Oh, my desktop catcher isn't fucking working. Hold on. Yeah, so all the things that were shown there are from some well-known hoaxes. Do the Ica stones prove mankind coexisted with dinosaurs? No. It's all in this page. It's all talking about.
Now he asked. He asked, but aren't some Ica stones authentic? I have no idea. Like I don't I'll look into them myself, Robert. I don't know off the top of my head. But even artwork, artwork's artwork. That itself is not evidence that evolution doesn't exist or that dinosaurs walked with man. It's artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, look, hey, Robert, check it out. Okay, there's no physical evidence, right, to tie God any physical evidence to say that God exists, right? But there's so many pictures of God. Why? Like that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do to understand why there's no direct correlation, why some artwork existing is not a direct correlation to, dinosaurs walking the earth. Now, if you had other evidence, then you could say, oh, look, here's the bones that were of the animal that's pictured here. And we found the bones. They must have been talking about this. Well, you don't even know 100% sure that they were talking about it, but it would start strengthening your resolve towards that conclusion, because then you say, oh, we found bones and pictures. That's two separate things that start to point us in that direction. But just by the artwork alone, that's not evidence. But how did they depict the dinosaurs then? How did they know what they look like? I would have to see them. Before I just start refuting that, I would really need to look into them, and just to see what they are. I think I know what you're talking about. He showed it at the beginning of his video, I believe, right? And that's the one that kind of had the frog-looking thing on it at the top.
Yeah. Let me get it back up.
I'm gonna pull them up too.
Oh God, it's not gone to the right one. Oh, my computer is throwing a massive fit today. Which I'm gonna try and do something. The Echostones are a well-known hoax.
Yeah, so I've never looked into it before. Of course, there's lots of things saying here, hoax or history, the Echostones, are the Echostones authentic? There's lots of stuff. I'll look into it, but pictures are not evidence. Okay, like that's someone expressing themselves in the form of art. It's not really like you couldn't say because somebody drew a dinosaur in 0 BCE or 1 BCE, we'll say. You can't say, well, someone drew a dinosaur then, therefore dinosaurs must have existed then. That's a stretch. That's a reach. If you want to say there's other evidence and there's this body of evidence that suggests it, and it's all independently verified and, published so that other people, professionals, can have a look at it and verify authenticity and things like that, then you'll have an argument. But I would need to see that. I would need to see that before I make the reach to believe that those are dinosaurs being depicted.
And Anne Hobson in the chat keeps asking the same question, which I just answered. She said, "Oh, if evolution's a thing, why are there still chimps?" Well, like I told you, both chimps and us evolved from the same primate ancestors. Chimps are an evolved version of an ancestor. That is where they have evolved to.
Yeah. So here's something for you to. Yeah, so here's something about when you have the bacteria on the petri dish with the different bands of antibiotics. Okay, the moment that when a certain group of bacteria cells mutates and to the point that it can survive in the higher bacteria levels, the other bacteria doesn't just die. The bacteria still continues to grow. It continues to do its bacterial things. And then on the other side of the petri dish, you'll see another tree of bacteria that can survive in that level of antibiotics. That doesn't even mean that both of those bacteria are the same genetically speaking, but they both are genetically able to survive in the higher antibiotics. But the lower bacteria don't just die the moment that one of the, that the new bacteria lives. That's not how it works. That's not really what evolution says.
Yeah, I mean every creature on Earth at the moment has evolved. That is the result of their specific species evolution. You know, cats have evolved to be cats like they are now, and the house cat and the tiger both evolved from an ancient, you know, ancestor that was some kind of proto feline. You know, just because there's chimps doesn't mean evolution stopped. No, that is where evolution has led the chimps, and like all species, they are still evolving.
Exactly. Sorry, I had to have a drink there. My voice was kind of breaking up. All
What does
right.
she say this time? She says there have been a ton of species that have evolved to our environment. Yeah, all species evolve to their environment. That's the entire point. The evolution is driven by the environment, more specifically the environmental pressures that the environment puts upon a species. That's what drives the evolution. Chimps have evolved to that point because the evolutionary pressures of them surviving in the jungle led them to that point. Humans evolved differently because we went on a different path. But both of us have evolved. Evolution didn't stop for either of us.
So this is a good time to bring in that study that we had referenced in the evolution debate about the big bird finches with the larger beaks. So, they go through this natural evolution process. There's natural pressures that guide evolution, but every once in a while, excuse me, every once in a while you get a highly selective pressure that comes out of nowhere that you're not expecting. And I believe in the case of the big bird finches, it was a drought. It was a drought, I believe, that caused either no small seeds or something like. Okay, I think that they had to adapt bigger beaks, right? And they did. They adapted bigger beaks. Why? Well, because the population of finches that had the smaller beaks weren't able to survive that drought. That was something that was an immediate pressure that was highly selective and caused one whole type of finch to no longer be around. And that gave the big bird finch the ability to be the dominant species on that island that they were at. Now, that also, because they were so selectively pressured and because they were so isolated from the other finches on the other Galapagos Islands, they then became their own species and could no longer mate with other species of finches, whereas before they could. So this is rapid evolution. Evolution can take forever, for a long time, over very, very small changes over many, many, many generations, or it can happen real quick when when something like a drought happens that causes a highly selective pressure to force out one characteristic of a species and select for another. I'm gonna look up the story of the big bird finch so I can make sure I got all those facts right. But anyway,
So
you know what I'm
Anne
saying.
Hobson a creationist then?
I have no idea.
Anne Hobson, are you a creationist? Do you want a debate?
All right, yeah, it was the big bird finches on the Galapagos Islands. I'm trying to see their actual Latin or their genus name or whatever it's called. But anyway, yeah, so evolution can be rapid or it can take long periods of time. If you have a gradual change in the oxygen levels, the oxygen concentration, for instance, you'll see a change in the species, but you'll see it over a gradual period of time. Because as the oxygen levels increase, it gives different pressures on evolution.
Robert Berkson says, Darwin wanted to test our faith in God, so he thought of evolution. Darwin spent fucking 12 years on the Galapagos Islands studying barnacle dick. Do you think he did that just to troll people? No.
Yeah, historical philosopher says, bring on young earth creationists and do what Aaron Ra does, destroy them. See, that's the other thing. The only thing they have for evidence to support young earth creationism is the Bible. That's it. That's it. A book. Like, go ahead, say it. A book said something. Wow.
A book said a thing.
A book said a thing. Gary Donnelly is a new member. Thank you very much, Gary Donnelly. I appreciate that. Oh, excuse me. Bella charge for $2 New Zealand dollars. So no dub, huh? Loser. Yeah, no dub. For those of y'all that don't know what we're talking about, we just came from a gaming stream where Fight the Flat Earth and I were playing with our guest from earlier today, which was actually a really good SOS stream. Definitely go check that out, guys.
One of my best friends in the world, Sam.
Robert Birkinson. Robert Birkinson. This is unfortunate for you, sir.
Oh, my God. No,
well, first off, I want to say, and I do give you credit, he is a flat earther that does admit dinosaurs existed. He said that earlier. I meant to give you credit for saying that. Thank you for at least admitting that things that did exist do exist. So thank you very much for accepting that fact. Now, the other thing where it says the Bible also says the earth is flat. Where?
Nah.
Where?
Specific passage that it says the earth is flat.
I was going to say that. You have access to the chat box. So he says Genesis. I need book, chapter, verse so I can check it out. Bodie McBoatface, what up, man?
The earth is flat. Come on. I don't want any interpretations. I want the words the earth is flat from the Bible. Otherwise you don't have a case.
Yeah, keep in mind that people who look this religiously into the Bible, they are Bible literalists. You're not allowed to make interpretations of the Bible. So, like I said earlier in our SOS live stream, God said in the Bible that we're crickets. Are you a cricket, Robert? The creation account on day 2 with the firmament. No. That's not a... Hold on. I think you misunderstood what I said earlier. I need a Bible book, a chapter, and a verse. Genesis 1:1 would be an example. Just give me that, and I'll go from there.
And also, if you say the firmament, you need to actually talk about the original meaning of the firmament from the Hebrew texts, which was meaning expanse. So firmament doesn't mean dome or anything like that. It literally means expanse.
The earth can't be round with a dome. Yes, it could.
Good job.
Why couldn't it?
Dome, then.
Hold on. Why couldn't it? Have you never heard of concentric circles? If one concentric circle was the surface of the earth and the second concentric circle was a glass dome or a glass ball, it would be a dome for every point on the earth. You would look up and there'd be the firmament dome. So I'll argue the point with you on that. Revelation 7:11 says 4 corners of the earth. That's not flat.
How do I know?
But thank you, Alfar. Thank you, Alfar, for pointing that out.
How do I know what the original meaning of firmament is? Because I've done some actual research. And I know research is a terrifying topic to morons like you. But I actually did some research and into the meaning of what firmament is in the Bible. And it means expanse. It does not mean a dome. Because that's fucking ridiculous. We do not live in a snow globe.
Oh, Dr. Umar's cat says, FTFE, Team Skeptic, how are you guys? It's Stuart Campbell. I've been trolling some dude with my name. That's awesome. Good to see you,
Always
Stuart.
Always fun to troll idiots.
Yeah.
Robert Bergson says the earth is on pillars according to the Bible that supports a flat earth. Yeah, again, so where in there does it say the earth is flat? I mean, on pillars simply, in actually when you look into the original meaning of what that is, it's literally just talking about the ground underneath the ground. It doesn't even say the word pillars. I think it says the word support or like base or something. So, no, again, Robert.
Hey,
Listen,
Yeah.
listen very, very carefully, Robert. Very, very carefully. I want you to find me the exact words in the Bible. The Earth is flat. Don't come back with anything else
Or
apart
flat
from that.
Earth. Either Earth is
Yeah.
flat or flat Earth. Yeah, that's a Alpha R, Psalm 67:7. May God bless us still, so that all the ends of the earth will fear Him. Yeah, two problems I see with that. Number one,
Yeah,
it doesn't
no
say the earth is
Earth.
flat. Number two, why would you fear God? Like, why would He want us to fear Him? That doesn't sound very fucking godlike to me.
God needs to fear me. Because you know why God needs to fear me is because God only exists because people believe in Him. Which means people
That's
like me
right.
who have no belief in God should be fucking terrifying to God. He only exists because people believe, and I don't. It says the Earth is unmovable and that we don't have an issue on the flat Earth. Again, that's not saying the Earth is flat. And you know what? Underneath your feet, the Earth is pretty unmovable. It's not really that easy to just move around the Earth underneath your feet. That doesn't mean that the entire Earth is not in motion around the sun, because that shit's been measured.
Get
Get him to come on now.
Josiah.
Robert, come on now. Robert, send Team Skeptic an email, fatherskeptic@gmail.com, and come on now and talk your shit, because you're hilarious.
Yeah, hey Robert, if you want to come on tonight, you're welcome to. And this doesn't have to be the planned flat Earth debate. It could be just an open conversation because I know you're not prepared for it.
Shitting on you because you're an idiot.
Ding. But at the same time, if you want to come on right now, you're more than welcome to. Josiah Hansen for $5. James Randi was a rare example of a man who truly deserved to be called amazing, a jewel which highlighted the beauty of reality. I wish I met you. God damn, that sucks, man. James Randi passed today.
The
That's
original
horrible.
fucking debunker, man.
Oh, Robert, he says
that's the
sure.
way-
Hold on. Let me check my email. Let me get him a link.
Yeah, send an email to fatherskeptic@gmail.com.
Here, I'll put it in the chat for you, Robert.
Yeah, and he died 2 days ago, apparently. Died at the age of 92. He founded the Committee for Skeptical Inquiry. What a fucking boss.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see.
James Randi is
Robert,
the original debunker.
Here you go. And then Alpha R says the sun's movement, the sun that went backwards, 2 kings.
The sun that went backwards. Okay, so here's the thing. That time when apparently the sun stopped or whatever.
Oh yeah, I talk about that all the time.
That was also something that was recorded in other places, like in Egypt and in Israel, or whatever was Israel at the time, Mesopotamia. And it just so happened to be not the sun stopping in the sky, but a very well recorded solar eclipse.
Yeah, it's what I'm trying to think of. Selenial? Is that what it's called? A selenial eclipse?
I think so, yeah.
Solinello or Solinello? I don't remember how exactly to say it, but it's an eclipse when the moon is further away from the Earth than it normally is. So therefore, in our sky, it drops down and it's slightly smaller relative to the size of the sun in the sky, and the ring around the moon is much more pronounced.
Can I read it out in the chat?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, did you want to read that one, or do you want me to go ahead?
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm trying to get him the email.
$9.99 says, when the passages that we've been talking about were written, human exploration of the Bronze Age Palestine ended at the various surrounding bodies of water or impassable mountain ranges. So to them, the Earth absolutely has ends. And this is something that I've said many times, yeah. To the ends of the Earth literally just means as far as they've ever been and no exists. Which at that time wasn't that far.
Selenelian, that's what it is, Selenelian. Thank you, Metal Vet. Oh, wait, I think it's actually, Tony's right. It's an annular eclipse. You're right, Tony. What's the Solenelian? I'm sorry, that's when the eclipse is on the, I think that's when you can see the sun and the moon during a lunar eclipse. So that's when they're both sitting on there. I'd have to look it up. But PhD Tony's right. It's an annular eclipse. In Job, and I can't remember what passages it is in Job, but they say that God stopped the sun in the sky so that they could win a war. The Egyptians also saw the exact same thing, but yet reported no sun stopping in the sky. To them, they reported it as an eclipse. So why would one group that wants to promote a story about God and the powers of the Almighty, how he can stop the sun in the sky, he helped this army win a war? No, it's probably something that happened. It was a memorable event. They attributed it to God, but an independent source looked up and saw it and said, "Hey, there's no God up there. I see it. It didn't stop. It's just a different type of eclipse." Genesis 1:20 proves evolution. I'll look that up, Holy Smalls. All right. Okay, so
says that, science doesn't have everything figured out, blah blah blah. Therefore, it's wrong. No one says that science has everything figured out. I mean, that's what science does. It figures stuff out, and we know that there's a fucking lot of shit we need to figure out. So, I mean, all your arguments are dumb. You're dumb. Stop being dumb. You're dumb.
Chabinator. When Proverbs 8:27, he prepared the heavens, I was there when he drew a circle on the face of the deep. I don't think that says flat earth though. All right, so how about this? I'll bring JL Warren on, and anybody that wants to come in here and have a conversation with us three about the Bible. I won't say we won't ridicule what you say. If you say something really dumb, you know how it goes around here. If I say something dumb, people ridicule me. If y'all say something dumb, they're going to ridicule you too. But if you want to come on and have the conversation, I'm more than happy to bring you on and have the conversation. Now, I still don't see an email from Robert.
What's the matter, Robert? You're scared?
Robert, are you coming on, bud?
Ann Hobson says evolution is concrete according to you. What a vernacular that you have. Evolution is concrete is a very strange thing to say. It's a fact that evolution exists.
Well, it's supported by evidence. It's supported by evidence.
It's supported by a whole bunch of evidence, enough that we can call it a fact. But no one is saying that we understand everything about evolution. I mean, that's just not how these things work. And
I'm trying to see what. Sorry, I'm reading Chabinator. Yeah. Okay. So let's just one person at a time. You guys are welcome to come on if you want. Just let me know if you want to come in on the chat to speak about this with me, Fight, and J.L. Warren. And then Brian, or I'm sorry, I said Brian. I don't know why I said Brian. Brandon, I think it was, right? God damn it. What was his name? Robert something. Robert Burkinson, that's what his name was. Let me find and make sure. Is that what his name was, Robert Burkinson? Because I can't,
yeah,
I'm trying to remember. I don't see him in the recent chat. Robert, hit me up on email so we can get you in. And then here, I'll go ahead and get J.L. Warren.
I can't remember now.
Burkinson is what I think he said, or what I think I said earlier. But he's got to email me, though. I mean, he can't say he wants to come on and then not. Yeah. Can't say you want to come on and then not email me, man. Come on.
I still say he's a troll. Anyone tries to use flat toilet water as evidence of the Earth being flat can't be serious. Ann Hobson, so are you from the UK? What do you fucking think, Ann?
Hold on, I'm getting back to the chat.
Why is there so much stupidity in the world? It hurts my soul.
I don't know, but why are people calling me when I'm in the middle of a fucking live stream? Jesus Christ.
Put them on.
I don't know who it is, but I don't think they're fucking young Earth creationists or anything like that, so.
Anne Hobson says any study can be refuted with different researchers and scientists. No, again, that's not how any of this works, Anne.
I see you, Robert. I see you. Here you go. I'll send you the join link right now.
And Robert, if you're coming on, do me a favour. Bring me a measurement of the Earth being flat and a working predictive model based on the flat Earth. That'd be wonderful. Who am I fucking kidding?
All right. Here we go. I'm sending you the email response right now. Okay, there you go. Just click that link right there, Robert. It's going to need you to have a camera, but once you click on the link, you can turn the camera off if you don't want to share your camera, and you don't have to have it facing you or anything like that. And I'm not going to be showing it even if you are on camera unless you want me to. So, yeah, you've got it. You've got an email.
Idiots, their argument is basically, I don't understand it, therefore you're wrong. No, you not understanding something is more of a you problem. I have insecurity issues about my looks, so I prefer not to show my face. Don't worry, like Team said, you can click the camera off once you've joined.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. And I'm not gonna put your face on the camera, so don't worry about it. I'm not even looking at
Team's
it.
Face. He puts that on, so you've got nothing to worry about.
Don't look at my face. It will hurt your eyes. Chabinator says, I know the owner of GenesisPark.com, although he believes in space and globe Earth for some reason. Well, because he has an IQ above 10 and below 20. That's why.
That's what you need to believe in globe Earth is an IQ.
That's what in globe Earth and young Earth creation.
And Hobson says just because people don't agree with you, they are stupid. So that goes to show you it is your way or my way. No, and it's not about agreeing with me. Somebody can disagree that 1 + 1 = 2. Doesn't mean they're fucking right. That's not how.
Okay,
this isn't about opinions.
Let me tell you why we call some people stupid, Ann, okay? And maybe you're smart enough to understand this, and I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt for about 30 seconds until you say something stupid. Watch. Okay, so it's not that you have a different belief. That's totally okay. If you want to have a belief that the Earth is 6,000 years old and that dinosaurs walk with humans and that all this other...
You're a retard.
All this other stuff... That's great that you want to have that belief. Nobody's gonna give you a hard time about that. But the moment you start speaking up and start saying things that are incorrect, right? And then people correct you on your incorrections and provide you with proof as to why you're incorrect. Then what you're going to do, if you continue to deny it moving forward, after you've done your own research, of course, and come to the conclusion, if you continue to deny it, then you're stupid. Okay? Ignorance is okay. Stupidity is not. Now, once you've been told or given the information, should you choose to ignore it, then you're no longer being ignorant of the information. At that point, you're just being plain stupid. We have to deal with flat earthers a lot. They're plain stupid. Did you not see in the chat the entire time we asked for anybody to give us a Bible verse that said that the earth was flat? Did you see how many fucking verses came in that none of them had flat earth in them? All of them were like ends of the earth. That's not what we asked for. How many times do we have to tell people that's not what we asked for before we start calling them fucking stupid for continuously referencing the same stupid shit? So that's why we call people stupid. Not because they have a different idea than us, but because at some point they just deny science and deny everything else to the point that you're like, okay, so now that you've just given up on trying to learn something new or even opening your eyes to something that could be a possibility outside of your own fucking belief system, you're stupid. That's just what that is.
Yep. Dumb, da dum dum dum.
Give it a like, if you give it an honest try, nobody's going to judge you for that.
Hey team,
even if it's,
have you got him muted?
Oh, let me see. I don't think so. No. Hello, Twitwit. How you doing? Oh, JL. No, you're good to go. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening, Chief? Hey, Fight. How you guys doing?
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Doing good. So I unfortunately can't stay on too terribly long. I do have my own show to shoot tonight. But I wanted to pop on in case somebody had something.
Trying to squelch my viewers from me. I see. Just taking one at a time. That's fine. Hey, as long as they're going to watch you, I'm okay with it. And we're still waiting on Robert to get in.
He says he's clicked the link. Well, yeah, then you need to like type in your name and join the call.
Yeah, you have to fill out the little box at the front and then click join.
So what exactly is Robert Burkinson saying?
That the Earth's flat because toilet water's flat.
And that no. The best one to bring JM on, or JM. God damn it!
Oh.
God damn it! I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to call you that dumb shit name. All right. The reason why I brought JL on, the reason why I brought JL on, is because the guy made the claim that dinosaurs walked with man, which is a very common young Earth creationist claim. So I figured, what better to bring on?
Yeah, we know that
young
to
Earth
be
creationist jackass JL, yes, JL Warren.
Craven Mordic says you need to check out Mordic 317, and the Lord appeared to Craven and saith to him,
hold on,
hey, check
Robert.
it out, yo, the Earth is flat, take a look.
Okay, Robert, when you fill out the little box, it's not saying that you're even making an attempt to connect. So there'll be a button that says connect. Once you click connect, then it will take you to a blue screen. Just sit at the blue screen for a second. Yeah, you may have to allow your computer to.
We can't figure out vMix.
Yeah, right. You might have to allow your computer to use your camera, but I'm telling you, once you get in here, it's just going to be like JL is right now. You won't be on camera. So just click on the link and you should be able to join that way.
Damn, I won't be able to intimidate him with my beard.
I can put you on screen if you want to show that little fucking, that furry, how your chest hair is fucking melded with your chin hair.
Damn near.
I'm lucky I don't have none of that shit, man. No chest hair, no chin hair.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't be a beardsman if I couldn't be a beardsman if it didn't grow out.
Hold on one
Robert,
second,
what you
Joe.
do is you type in your name here, the password should already be there, then you click join call. That's all you need to do. It's really not hard.
And it'll bring you right in.
Obviously, don't type FTFE because that's my name, or don't type that password. There should already be a password there. When you get to it, it should look something like this with a number there for the password you've been given. Type your name here, so Robert, that's ROBERT in case you're struggling, and then click join call.
Hey, how much y'all want to bet? How much y'all want to bet that it's really Johnny O from the plot hole acting like a flat earther? JL's texting him right now. They're on to us. They're on to us. Oh, Bella charge for $5 New Zealand dollars. It took God a whole day to just say, "Let there be light." Or is he just a slacker and napping 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds?
I need to ask
don't
you
know.
a question. By what mechanism did God create the light? How did that happen exactly? I'd like to know how that works.
Okay, hold on.
Magic?
He says,
if not
hold
magic,
on,
what's the
fight.
physical
Hold on. He says, I type my name and I see that blue screen. I don't see the connect thing. Okay, so that means that what you need to do is go into your Chrome settings and allow the camera to be used. Okay, allow the camera to be used on Windows. Now, what it'll do is there'll be a second option that says, "Ask for my approval." Be sure you have that clicked too, so nobody had access. You didn't realize you accidentally turned on your your webcam. So make sure to have that box checked still, but that's what you need to do to get past that blue screen. Once you have access to your camera and your microphone, then that blue screen it'll connect directly to our screen.
Wow.
Do I have to send them a Zoom link or something?
You may have to.
Expert on the Bible, on paleontology, and geologic formation, but can't enter vMix.
Yeah, I can't join a website. Clap on, clap off.
I'm trying FTFE, cut me some slack. No, it's not fucking hard.
Yeah.
You
Click
think you can
link,
debunk all of science,
press-
but you can't click a fucking link.
I like
This guy's going to debunk all, like, hundreds of years of paleontology and geologic study. I'm sure.
I like Twitwit's comment. Clap on, clap off. That's not going to work for this guy, I promise.
All right, team, send him this Zoom link.
Okay.
Damn, this guy's going to eat up all my friggin' time. This
All
is
right.
how you win debates. You drag it out so long, your interlocutor can't stay.
Exactly.
Come on, Robert. I've sent you a Zoom link. That's super easy.
Did you just call yourself an inner locksmith?
Interlocutor.
I know what you called yourself.
Anne Hobson says
Okay,
no one
just
is
checking.
telling about your educational backgrounds. What do you mean? I think all of us have told about our educational backgrounds many times. And basically, it is more than you.
So I don't get it.
Safety
What's
K
her
says
beef?
Robert is intimidated by the glorious beard. Oh,
What's
Anne
Anne's
Hobson
beef?
She's a young Earth creationist, obviously, that doesn't understand the Bible.
What do you mean by no one is telling about your educational backgrounds? You must be like the first time you've ever been on one of my live streams or something. We talk about this all the fucking time. I have an electronics background. Fight has a nuclear engineering background. J.L. Warren's a street walker.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
He
Hottest piece of ass in 3 states.
Best whore. He won best whore in his area 4 years running.
Smoky. All right.
Hottest piece of ass
Bodie
in
Mc-
3 states.
Bodie McBoatface for $6.66 New Zealand. Hey, y'all. Excuse me. Off topic, but huge shout out to Red's Rhetoric and his new adventures. Thanks, Red, for your badass footage and all you've done for people. What's his new adventures? I'm not sure.
Reds did a stream earlier where he basically said his channel is over because he's been offered a job outside of the States and he's going to take it.
Oh, shit. That's badass.
Oh, really?
Apparently, it's such a good job offer that he would be retarded not to take it. So, fair play on you, Reds. Astronomy Live is going to be taking over from Reds doing the rocket launch videos with all the equipment that's been.
Well, that
raised and stuff.
sucks. Man, that
It
sucks
does
big
suck,
time.
but good for Reds. Moving on with his life, next chapter. Happy for him.
Okay,
and
hold on.
debunking
Mistress
his
Magda
lies.
says no, his channel is not over.
Yeah, it's not over, but like he said, he's going to have to take a massive step back from it. There's not going to be, he's not going to have the flat Earth debates. He's not going to have as many rocket launches and stuff. He needs to step away from it, a lot. Big rocket launches, like, people going to the moon and shit, he'll probably come down and record them, but for the most part, he's stepping away from it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm missing
so-
something. What is with the at potato that people are putting by my name?
The what?
It's the second time I've seen at potato by my name in the chat, and I guess I missed something.
Well, I don't see who did an at potato on you.
Crafty did it. Hey, Crafty, love you. Crafty did it. Metal Vet did it.
It must be because they don't like you, because that's all I can think of.
I guess I look like a potato with the roots growing out.
Oh yeah, you do, man. You look like you know what you look like? In 3rd grade, I'd stuck toothpicks to a potato and set it in water, and like these roots grew out of the bottom. It looked just like you. Now I understand the joke.
Oh, JL Potato now. I have so many names. Oh God, now it's becoming a thing.
Doctor Umer's cat says, "What if you know the Bible in and out and don't believe it?" Well, I don't know it in and out. I don't know it in and out, but I had a chance to become, religiously aware, we'll say. I've probably read the entire thing because I've read different parts of the Bible at different times for different reasons. Like, I didn't realize, I think it's either Numbers or Deuteronomy has like massive death in it. Hundreds of thousands of people die in these books of the Bible. So when it was told to me, I want to say it's Deuteronomy, I think, because I think Numbers is the genealogy. I think Numbers talks about the genealogy of mankind.
Robert, you were there for a second, and I went to let you in,
and
you ended the call.
That terminology is really, really suspect. Believe the Bible, because the Bible does exist. The Bible is a physical book. The Bible has stuff in it. It has information in it. So whether you accept its truth or not, accept it as true or accept it as for what the objective evidence presents it as, a book that was written very, very long ago by many, many people who had a fundamental lack of understanding of the planet and its systems and the things in it, then that's one thing. But, I believe the Bible exists, or I accept the Bible exists. It doesn't factor into belief, but do I accept the things within it as absolutely true? Fuck no.
Oh, and then Jessica G says for $2, JL looks like a potato.
Hello,
Team Skeptic
Robert,
looks like a poo potato. Okay.
Robert, you there?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Team, can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, you're on. Well done.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, great. So sorry about that. Technical difficulties. But yeah, this is me. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, so I just got to ask you straight up. You a Poe? Because you tried to use flat toilet water as evidence that the Earth is flat. I mean, I've heard of dumb things, but that's kind of pushing the bar a little bit.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but
So let me ask you a question about that toilet water then.
Because
wait, let me ask you a question about the toilet water.
Give him a second. Give him a second. Fight. Let him talk. Go ahead.
If the Earth is round, well, then how in the world? So there should be no curve on the water.
Oh, this guy's a Poe. Come on.
Right, so let me ask you a question about that toilet water. Did you measure it?
Okay. What?
Did you measure that toilet water to see that it was flat?
I don't have to.
Why not?
Because it's already evident. The water's flat.
Did you
wait? What if the measurement is smaller than your eyes can detect?
Yeah.
Like nanometers,
or
micrometer. Huh?
You can.
Why could that matter?
Because then
that
the
would mean
curvature
it's
would be
not
there.
flat.
Yeah.
So over that 9 inches across the water in the toilet, what is the expected curvature that you should see based on the circumference of Earth?
There should be no curvature.
Listen to the question. Over the 9 inches of the water in that toilet, based on the known circumference of Earth, what should the curvature be?
Well, like I said, there should be no curvature.
No, if the Earth is not... Oh my God.
Dude, if you can't see the curve, how can you empirically say it's not there? What if we measured it and we discovered that it was there, but you just couldn't see it with the naked eye? If it was like a nanometers of difference.
But we can see the Earth, though. We see it every day.
No, but we're talking about your water hypothesis.
See the Earth. What?
We're talking about your water hypothesis. What if there's a curve there, but you just can't see it with the naked eye, but we turn around and we measure it with appropriate instrumentation, and we discover that there is a curve there, you just can't see it with your naked eye. You actually have to use instrumentation to see it.
But how would you know that?
Because
we measured it and we fucking saw it.
But how can you measure it?
With instrumentation.
Okay.
Well, in this situation, you would just take. In this situation, you would take 2 theodolites on each side of the toilet, line them up with their plumb, measure the angles, and see how much above 180 degrees it is. Using the amount of additional angle plus the distance from one side of the toilet bowl to the other, we could determine the size of the Earth.
Okay, and that would disprove a flat Earth?
Yeah,
absolutely.
If you measure a curve, that would absolutely disprove a flat Earth.
Let me ask you, what would disprove a flat Earth? Hold on. Let me ask you, since you're the flat earther, what would disprove the flat Earth?
What would disprove the flat Earth? Well, it's really hard for me to believe anything NASA says, because NASA does mean to deceive in Hebrew.
No,
why should I believe anything
it
they say?
doesn't.
Well, Well, let's I'll let fight. Go ahead and address that. But again,
So,
like before he does, I'm gonna let him address it. But I want you to think about this question while he addresses why you said was wrong. The question I asked you is, what would it take for you to believe that the Earth was not flat? Okay, so I don't. If it's not NASA, that's fine. But tell me what it is. But go ahead, fight. Explain to him why he's wrong on the other thing.
There is no word for NASA in Hebrew. The closest you get is Nasha, which actually means to lift. NASA is not a word in Hebrew, and it most certainly does not mean to deceive.
And how do you know that?
But it's close enough.
Because I did some research, actually looked into it.
And where's your source?
You could just Google what the word fucking NASA means in Hebrew and find
the
it.
language of Hebrew.
Yeah, actually Hebrew.
Yeah, so
there is
I believe
NASA
it was.
doesn't exist in Hebrew.
Did you
I believe it
contact
was
any
Vice
Hebrew
News.
scholars?
Oh, yes, I believe Vice News did that. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It was when Nathan Thompson said that on I believe it was a Vice News interview, where he said that NASA means to deceive. Yeah, in Hebrew. And then there was a Hebrew, like a professional Hebrew scholar that was like, no, it doesn't. It does not mean that.
Hey, real quick, because I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce here in a second. Richard, real quick, I gotta bounce here in a second.
By all the overwhelming evidence, and of course, I'll need to see evidence that the Earth is round. Now, keep in mind, I actually am open to the idea of the Earth being round and billions, zillions of years old. I just need.
No one says it's zillions of years old.
Well, billions. Okay, I understand what you're saying, though. Go ahead.
But don't scientists say that it's very, very old?
Yes,
Yeah.
billions of years
So
old.
actually, it's 20 years old, isn't it?
Yeah, billions of years old. That's what they say.
And how do they know that?
I mean, I'm not a geologist, but yeah, there's many different ways that they can test the the age of the Earth. So, but I'm not a geologist, so I wouldn't know exactly.
That there are many bodies. There are many bodies of science that go into Richard. There are many bodies of science that go into determining the age of the Earth. You could pull from. You have to put them all together in order to get that. Just like the Earth being round, no one body of science automatically proves it. If you take all of the bodies of science and put them together to create the entire body of evidence, that is what proves the Earth is objectively a spheroid. Okay, just because you attack one of them doesn't mean you've discounted all of them. Okay, so water. Water's one thing, but there's like 50 other things that go into it that prove objectively the Earth is a spheroid.
Yeah. You can date the rocks in Earth's crust. You can use radiometric dating. You can use known decay rates of isotopes.
But I thought the radiometric dating is only based off of assumptions.
No, that's a stupid thing to say.
Okay, this dude's got to be a Poe.
Thing to say.
I do.
Just like it's a stupid.
Unfortunately,
well, we didn't evolve.
We didn't evolve from monkeys. We had a common ancestor amongst primates, and we are primates, as are other old world apes, and monkeys. But we are a different evolutionary line.
Now, hey, address the dinosaurs. Hold on. Everybody, 1 second. Robert, I want to turn your attention to the Ica stones that you were bringing up, because that's primarily why I brought JL on, and he doesn't have a lot of time. So let me turn it over to you two guys real quick, and y'all can talk about the Ica stones real quick. I'll start with you, Robert. Yeah, go ahead, and feel free to chime in, Fight. I'm not saying don't chime in. I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry. I've got some silver Patron here. Really,
fuck you.
I don't see how those stones can be fake. I mean, they look.
The stones were
like
fake.
Real
It was proven.
To me.
No, the stones were a hoax. That was those were debunked a while ago. They're recognized by the scientific community as hoaxes or modern curiosities.
And how long ago were they debunked?
Those were actually. Let me pull up my notes on those real quick.
Okay. Take your time. I have a lot of free time tonight.
I'd pull up my notes, but my internet is shite right now. So in 1968, they were extensively studied by Dr. Pezia. He found a curved stone of similar size with images of fishes, used dating techniques, and showed that they were quite clearly hoaxes. There's
like a huge article on this thing. So
yeah.
Okay. Can you link me the article?
Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you have anything to say that they are not hoaxes? I mean, if we just took it, if we just took it like we said, forget the face value of them, okay? Let's look at just evidence alone. All right, let's not look at the stones and try to work from what's on the stones to a conclusion. Let's look at the evidence that can either put the stones in a past, time, or put the stones into a nearer time. So, do you have any evidence to say that they're much older?
I actually remember the thing that I was watching about these very specifically. So there was a guy living around the area where they were all found, Cabaret, right? And he had in his little hut, he had hundreds of them, absolutely hundreds, right?
Yeah.
And he would push these out to people saying that these were the real Ica stones, these were real Ica stones, and that's where over 95% of the known Ica stones throughout the world were from this guy finding them, all right? But it turns out that he was faking them, and he actually showed a journalist how he did it.
It wasn't Cabrera.
How did he fake?
Yeah, it wasn't Cabrera. It was Basilio Ushuaia, and Basilio Ushuaia stated that he had faked the stones that he had sold, and it was in 1977 that during a BBC documentary that he had he recanted it. He found that he said that he admitted they were hoaxes, saying making these stones is easier than farming the land, and he sold thousands of them. So and they took the images from. And he actually explained where he got it. See, in 75, Ushuaia and another farmer named Irma Gutierrez de Apricana confirmed that they had forged the stones that they gave to Cabrera by copying the images from comic books, textbooks, and magazines.
Yeah.
So those were debunked.
They were made using a dentist drill, and then baking the stone in cow dung to give it that look.
Yep.
That's why those stones taste funny.
I recall somebody saying that even some young Earth creationist organizations even say don't use them as evidence. Is that actually true?
Well, that's called the no true Scotsman fallacy. Oh, we can't use that as evidence because it disproves what we like.
How is that no true Scotsman fallacy?
Because it's saying you can't use that source over other people. That guy is fake, but the rest of them are real. That's literally what the no true Scotsman fallacy is. By saying you can't use that one source because these people say that he's a fake or something. That's if you're using any of the sources of the Ica stones, you have to use all of them.
Okay.
And it just so turns out that over 95% were confirmed to be
hoaxes.
An
argument now.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, but what about the Acomro figures?
The what now?
The what?
Oh,
the Acomro.
He's going down the same path. So, unfortunately, I do have to bounce as the guys I have on my show are in England, and I believe it is like almost 1 o'clock there, or 12
it is
something.
1 a.m., yes.
Yeah, so, and I've got to get these guys on the show so that we're not on too late. But thank you for having me on. I wish that this guy had been a little bit more forthcoming.
Okay, he's coming back Sunday night. Yeah, he's coming back Sunday night, I think, right? Robert, I know today was impromptu, but are you still going to make it Sunday night?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
And then I'll give you a chance to, get some evidence together, get some links together, and that way we can,
hey
share
guys,
it with the crowd.
A funny story while we're all chatting, dude. I'm dating a first grader.
Oh, okay. Nathan, shut up.
Well, thank you, team. Thank you, team. Thank you, Fight.
No, I want to make
no worries, dude.
I am not a Poe. I genuinely do believe the Earth is flat and it's 6,000 years old.
Okay, well, all right. Let me ask you a simple question then. Why isn't there any evidence of that?
Wait, what? Sorry.
Why isn't there any evidence of that? Why isn't there a map? Why isn't there any measurements? Why isn't there a working predictive model? Why isn't there experiments that can demonstrate that? Why is there, and I'm very serious when I say this, why is there absolutely zero evidence that the Earth is flat?
Well, there is evidence. It's just that NASA doesn't want you to know about it.
No, there's no evidence. None at all. Absolutely zero
Yes, sir.
evidence the Earth is flat.
Okay.
What about okay? Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
I'd
What
love-
about
I'd love some evidence.
but what about SpaceX? SpaceX isn't NASA. They've been into space. They've
Indian
seen the
Space
shape of the
Agency?
Earth. Yeah, there's so many different agencies out there that's not NASA.
But
Lying
he,
to you
but he
so
said
that they can get mind
he said he was
control.
about to give some evidence. So come on, let's have it. Evidence.
Okay, sorry. So you all claim that gravity is a thing. I don't believe in gravity, but so if gravity is a thing, then how come birds can fly? Okay, if gravity really is a thing,
Easy.
if it's really that strong, I mean, we shouldn't even
Birds
be able
have wings.
to walk.
Yeah.
move.
The answer to your question
Well, they
lies
have
in
wings,
the answer to your question
But
lies
if gravity
in
is
like
a
Robert.
thing, how can they get off the ground then? If
The
gravity
answer
is
to your
so
question.
strong?
The answer to your question is FG equals GM1 M2 over R squared. All right, that is the answer to your question. I know you won't understand that, okay? But there is a downward acceleration
Explain it to me.
There is a downward acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared everywhere on Earth. Okay, everything experiences that. However, if you apply a force in the opposite direction with a greater acceleration, you can overcome the downward acceleration of gravity. A bird having wings can provide a greater upward force than gravity provides downwards. It's as simple as that.
Okay, and what experiments do you have to show that is true?
The Cavendish experiment, the Schehelian experiment,
The Pound Rebka.
the Pound
Rebka. Pound Rebka.
Yeah.
Source.
These experiments, they are the sources.
Yeah, documented scientific experiments. You can go look up any one of these experiments. They've all been well documented.
But the Cavendish
Okay.
experiment is done thousands
Fine.
of times every year by first-year physics students. So, absolutely demonstrates the attractive force created by gravity.
Pound
Okay.
Rebka shows that there's a gravitational redshift of photons leaving the surface of the Earth.
Yeah, you have to explain why that energy is lost. We can explain it with gravity, but there is no reason
It
on the flat
appears
Earth
to
with
be
density.
lost, but it
No,
actually
it doesn't
is.
appear to be lost. It is lost. The light shifts towards red, which means there is energy lost, and you have to explain where that energy is being taken. And that energy is being taken because the light has to overcome the downward acceleration of gravity. Therefore, the light shifts to the red end of the spectrum because it loses energy. So the waveforms.
But it's not actually gravity that is doing it. That is actually density.
Please explain to me how density changes the wavelength of light.
Because us flat earthers have all done the experiments, while all you globe heads just believe everything NASA says.
No. We asked you a very specific question. Please explain how density changes the wavelength of light.
Okay, I answered it before, and I'm gonna answer it again. Because us flat earthers actually do the experiments.
Name one experiment that a flat earther has ever done. I can name an experiment that a flat earther has done. It's
Nathan Thompson.
If the Earth is spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that
Nah,
every
that dude's a
hour
tool.
has to turn 15 degrees. And
Thanks,
the
Bob.
gyros-
So
Yeah, I saw your debate with him, Team Skeptic, and yeah, that one got pretty heated.
Yeah, which I mean, to me, to be honest with you, between me and you, he doesn't bother me like it. I don't like my natural tendency to get worked up and get heated is like it's just something I do. I'm like that in almost every debate that I get into. Like even in the last one that I was in with that conspiracy castle guy. I mean, I get heated. Even he was like, "Oh wow, you're getting heated." And I'm like, "No, this is me. This is how I address stupidity." So, but yeah, it didn't bother me that bad. But okay, go ahead.
But let's go back to where is your experiment that explains gravity?
Don't you mean all the experiments that show density?
Like what? Name one.
Well, you could go on YouTube and just type in flat Earth experiments, and they'll all be there.
There's just a bunch of people laughing when I do that.
I forgot his name. Forgot his name, but yeah, he did some experiment on an airplane where he brought some sort of, you know, those one rulers where they got like that water
you're
thing
talking
in
about
the
a
middle.
level.
What
You're talking
they're
about
called?
You're talking about D-Marble taking a level on a plane. We are asking you to explain the observation of redshifted light leaving the surface of the Earth. Please explain to me how a level on a plane explains that observation.
Because so if the Earth is supposed to be round, the plane should be adjusting itself to the curve. It should constantly
Nope, not how that works. I'm sorry.
because of the curve.
Not how that works. Not how that. No. Not how that works. The planes do not have to constantly adjust for the curve of the Earth. The planes use the atmosphere to create lift. The atmosphere curves with the Earth. The plane will naturally follow the curve of the Earth by sitting in a pressure band. That is how planes work. They do not have to adjust for the curve of the Earth. That is a dumb thing to say. So I'm gonna ask you the question once more. All right. When we look at light leaving the surface of the Earth, we observe that it is shifted towards the red end of the spectrum. This means that some energy is lost. We can explain that energy loss by the acceleration downwards caused by gravity. Please explain to me how the flat Earth theory of density explains the red-shifted light.
So you're asking me how density can replace gravity for all that?
I'm asking how density has specifically changed the wavelength of the light.
Because it's because of observational science and historical science.
Yeah, the observational science shows that the light is redshifted towards the red end of the spectrum. So how does density explain that?
But however, though, nobody ever saw any of that happen. So that would be
they did. That's called the pound replicate experiment. They observed it happening.
When?
During the pound replica experiment.
Okay, I don't believe that.
I don't care whether you believe it or not. It's the facts. I've asked you very specifically how that observation is explained using density, and you keep avoiding the question like a politician. You can't explain it because there is no reason density would cause a change in the wavelength of light towards the red end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
there is simply no... Well, please give me the maths to explain it then.
Well, you just have to do your research.
I've done the research. I researched the pound replica experiment, and it demonstrated that gravity was a thing. I've done my research. Where is your research? Where is your evidence where is your experimental evidence that density was the thing that caused the shift in the light wavelength to the red end of the spectrum?
Okay. Well, one, you and Mr. Skeptic only lightly addressed it in my first video, and to be honest with you, I don't really think you did all that very good of a job. But so ships are supposed to.
But you didn't give us. Hold on. You didn't give very much to go on. Like, you say we didn't do a good job, but the thoroughness as to which you presented your evidence. Yeah, the thoroughness as to which you presented your evidence to us was minimal. Like, you didn't really give us anything to go on. Like, what were we supposed to do? Look at toilet water and go, nope, it's not flat. Like, that's about it, you know? I mean, you didn't present any measurements. You didn't present any references to articles that we could go look up, citations or anything like that.
The toilet itself, look at the water. It is flat.
Actually, if we were to look at the water on the in the toilet, it would show that the Earth was concave because the water tension and the
what
side.
Do you mean?
Because it actually forms a bowl because of water tension, like attaching to the side of the bowl. It like makes the water concave. It's something that happens. Water's actually incredibly sticky, and if it's on the side of something, it kind of sticks to it. It's
okay. So I do want to interrupt for 1 second because me and you owe some apologies.
To who?
To the world.
Sorry, world.
I want
What did
everybody
do?
out there to go and look up Matthew's Bible
Apology.
from 1537.
Actually flat. I'll be flattered.
You
Cool
cut
story,
out
bro.
real
Carry
bad.
on,
I
T.
don't. Yeah. Okay. So 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 11 from Matthew's Bible in 1537. My man found one Bible with one verse. And I'm going to attempt to read it because it's in some fucking old English, fucking Australian / Hungarian language. And let me go ahead and read it though. And Varius said unto David, the ark and Israel and Luda dwell in Palians, and my lord Lob and the Sarantes of my lord lie in Tentis. And I'm sure it says Tentis with an ES, but I'm sure that means tents. Upon the flat earth. And should I then go into my house to eat and to dry hump my wife? Oh, that's not what it says. It says to dry noke and to live with my wife. Wow, I threw the whole my dry hump my wife in as a joke just because I saw the dry part, but I didn't realize it said that. But the life, and as sure as thy soul lieth, I will not do that that thying. Thying. I have no idea what that word is. But fight? I'm gonna barbecue my crow. I'm gonna barbecue my crow before I eat it. I suggest you do the same. But yeah, so apparently there's one.
We need to look at the context there. I don't actually think it's saying that the Earth is flat. It just means like, you know, the flat dirt. And, you know, the way it's saying, it's not saying that the Earth is flat when you actually listen to it in the context.
Yeah, but I personally have said that if they could find the terms flat earth in there. So maybe you don't got to eat crow, but you know what? I'm hungry. So I'll eat my bird. Let me put it on the grill because there is one Bible out there with one verse in it that actually says fucking flat earth. Are you fucking kidding me? That's hilarious. Good point out. Let me see who said that just so I can give the proper shout out to the person that found it.
Oh God, flat earthers are going to jump on this. There's going to be videos.
It's not in every Bible, yeah. It's not in every Bible. But I am the type of person that eats my own crow and accepts when I'm wrong, and I'm wrong. So Chabinator got it. He said he found the verse. I don't know if you're a young Earth creationist or a flat earther, but that was a good find. Still not flat
Right.
though. Still not flat.
About the Earth being 6,000 years old. So, what about Behemoth that's mentioned in the book of Job?
Yeah, Behemoth is talking about like a hippopotamus or something. I debunked that when I
hippopotamus
debunked.
with a tail like a cedar tree? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's actually referring to its penis, dude.
A tail as a penis?
Yeah, when you actually read the original translation, it's quite clearly talking about the massive penis of the thing.
Then
I call my shit a
why didn't they
behemoth.
just call it a penis?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either a hippo or a rhinoceros or something that it's talking about.
If it's supposed to be its penis, then why didn't they just call it a penis?
They didn't want to put penis in the Bible, I don't know. But when you read it in the context, it's quite clearly talking about a massive dong.
Could you read it out loud?
Okay, then.
And in an ASMR type style voice. I really don't know the I really don't know the I've heard of the argument of the behemoth before, but I really don't know the context of it, so.
Well, apparently FTFE thinks it's a hippo.
Well, I believe hippos are native to the area.
And yeah,
So,
real voice.
I'm sorry?
Somebody asked if this is my real voice, and I said, yes, this is my real voice.
Well,
Yeah, somebody was trying to change their voice earlier to conceal himself, and I was telling him he didn't have to do that. I didn't want him to try to do a whole show like that. And it would go the same for you. If you were doing this to hide yourself,
Well,
don't.
Voice. Have you ever heard of James Earl Jones?
Well, I just assumed it was your voice. I didn't think anything I thought it was unique. Yeah, I think it's unique, but I don't think it's anything like alien to humans or anything, you know? So.
Right, yeah,
All right.
exactly what I said. I mean, there's like James Earl Jones who got a deep voice like me.
No.
I mean,
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
like
no.
you. It's not like you.
No. Close, but no, not really.
I guess.
You've got no. Well, I'm pretty close to James Earl Jones too, if you really think about it.
Oh, how so?
I mean, can you not hear me talk? I'm like an audible doppelganger of him.
I thought you were James Earl Jones. Have I not been like doing this with Darth Vader?
Only the Darth Vader when you take the helmet off. That's me. That's my real voice right there.
Okay, well, how about this? Have you two ever heard of the dope print?
The what?
Is that like a THC CBD cross with a bit of, like an afternoon buzz?
No. Okay, so evolutionists say that humans and dinosaurs separated by geologic time by millions of years, but yet in the dope print, we see a human footprint with a dinosaur footprint.
Okay, let me just ask one thing. Do you deny evolution? Whether it's a fast evolution or slow evolution, or do you just deny evolution?
Nothing ever will evolve other than its kind. Just like what Genesis says. Once a dog, always a dog.
Define
Humans
kind.
will always be.
Define kind.
What?
Define kind.
I would say around the family level.
Defined it in terms of taxonomy.
Well, like I said, the family level.
Okay. So would you say that a land-based animal and a water-based animal are two different kinds?
The what, sorry?
Would you say that a land-based animal and a water-based animal are two different kinds?
A land and a water one?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
Why?
Well, because we can track the evolution of whales back to when they, were on land and had nostrils in completely different positions.
You mean to tell me that whales used to walk on land?
According to their evolution, yes.
We can track the fucking
sorry,
nostril.
we can,
yeah. Go ahead, fight.
Whales live in the water.
Yeah, but they didn't always. We can.
They don't breathe. Hey, but so are they fish? Are whales fish?
According to the Bible, everything in the water is fish, right?
Yeah. Are whales fish? Why do they not breathe water through their gills like other fish? That would mean that they're not in the same kind. So now you have two fish that are not of the same kind.
Are dolphins fish?
God designed them in a certain way so that they could fulfill His
Do
purpose.
you have any evidence for that?
Using
yes,
what?
all of
Hold
creation.
on. No, I want to ask a very, very simple question. By what mechanism did God create them? How did He do that specifically? Using what technology? What methods?
By intelligent design.
Yeah, how? What physical properties did He use? What construction methods? How was it done specifically?
It was because that God spoke it into creation. Have you ever read
how did that
Bible?
work? No. How did speaking something make creation happen? What is the mechanism behind that, please? Specifically.
Because God is all powerful.
Right, so magic.
But God can't stop the coronavirus. God's all powerful, but can't stop the fucking coronavirus from killing His people.
So, but yeah. Basically, what you're saying is God is magic, but only when He wants to be.
I wouldn't put it that way.
Well,
God is the answer. God is the answer for everything we don't yet have the answer for. That is the limitation of God. Yeah. God is limited to filling in and being a placeholder until we scientifically answer the questions. Point blank. You cannot have a different outlook on that and present the same body of evidence that I can. Everything that God used to be attributed to, from thunder to fucking light to creation of the earth, has all been explained by science. There is no need for any mythical, magical being anymore.
But I'm going to keep pushing on this line of questioning, though, because I think it's very important. How did God speak things into existence? Like, specifically, how did he do that?
Okay, I guess I'll answer it in this particular way, just to get you to understand, okay? Okay, so everything in the world is so complex. And, you know, when you see a TV, obviously it's it was very, very complex. And there obviously had to have been intelligence to make that TV. You know, TVs cannot just make themselves.
You're really going the intelligent design.
Yeah, you're not answering my question. We know how a TV was made, from the raw materials used, the processing methods to create it, the factories that it was made in. We know how a TV was made. So how, specifically, using what materials and what methods, did God speak existence into being? How did he do that? I'd like the how, the how-to, the instruction guide, please. Because if God could do it, then, it must be something that can be recreated, right?
Well, it says in the Bible, like, that nobody is ever going to surpass God.
I don't care what the Bible says. I'm asking you for specifics. You made the claim that God spoke the universe into existence.
Hey,
so how did that happen?
Hold on. What was that? What was that? That quote that you just said?
Me?
Yes.
What quote exactly?
Something about God having more knowledge than anybody else, or anything, something like that. He just said something, and you responded, "Well, God has something about knowledge."
Because God is all knowing, God is all loving. No one is gonna ever.
God is all loving.
Oh, that's what it was. You said nobody. Hold on. He said God. Nobody would ever surpass God. Well, I see PhD physicists in the fucking chat right now that have surpassed your God. Okay.
How?
We can create life.
Because they can make predictions that that your Bible could never make. That anything you can attribute to God could never make. Could not offer humanity any kind of benefit whatsoever through the book, right? But PhD Tony out there, PhD Clive Wells, Professor Phil Bell, these people are doing things immediately that benefit humanity. They surpass your God any day of the week.
Yeah. Now, I want to go back to one specific thing that you just said. Yeah, they do. They do, because they can, actually discover what the universe is, whereas God apparently uses Harry Potter magic. But I'd like to challenge one specific thing you said. God is all loving. How many people did God kill in the Bible versus how many people did Satan kill in the Bible?
Well, it says in the Genesis flood that God decided to flood the whole entire world because of how wicked man got.
So God, all loving, decided to wipe out all of humanity. That doesn't sound very loving to me. Now, okay, let's carry on with that theme of God being all loving. Hold on. Let's carry on with that theme of God being all loving. My little sister, Kirsty, the loveliest person you could ever meet, just such the sweetest person in the world, right? She was the youngest person in Europe to ever be diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Ruined her life, made her constant agony, very ill all the time. And so where's the love in that?
Why didn't God take that away from her?
Where is the love? I tried.
Why couldn't God just remove that from her and say, okay, hey, you know what? We don't need to see a young person suffer. Why can't God make all the crops in across Africa? Why can't he make plentiful land for everybody to eat off of out there? Why are there like entire countries starving? I mean, that's a... Well, yeah, we're just having a conversation. We're just having a conversation. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring you on impromptu like this and be unprepared. I wanted to give you an opportunity to prepare yourself for Sunday, since that's when we were supposed to get together.
I want to poke this bear right now, though.
No, yeah, and poke back.
God is all powerful, Robert. Right? God is all powerful and all knowing, right? And He spoke the universe into creation. Well then, why is there starving children? Why can he not speak more food into creation? Why is he
It
such
is
a
because
cunt that
Adam
he
and
withholds
Eve
his powers?
decided to sin.
So
Cool
what?
story, bro.
So
Do you have
now he
evidence
doesn't
of
love
Adam and
anyone
Eve?
anymore.
Do you have evidence of Adam and Eve? So are you telling me that the knowledge of good and evil is
There's
something
actually
that God
five
would
forms of
rather
Adam.
us not know about? Yeah, okay. I want you to hear something. I want you to logically think about something real quick, all right? God didn't want us to have knowledge. He labeled knowledge evil. Why did he do that? He did not want us to have it because giving us knowledge gave us the ability to see the fallacies that is the existence of God. Okay? There's no way that you can have knowledge of death, life, good, and evil and still see God as an all-loving being. This is why we see him as a contradiction. This is why people like me have left the faith. To believe in God means that you have to be contradicting.
You used to be a
God,
believer.
Hold on.
yeah, he was raised Southern Baptist, right?
Yeah, Southern Baptist.
Yeah. Like seriously,
And
dude.
why
God is
Steve?
all loving, yet because two people made a mistake, billions of people throughout history have to suffer. There's no love in that. Let me make this very, very clear to you, Robert, right? If God is real, which I highly doubt, there's zero
God gave
evidence
him
for
free
this,
will.
right? Right, no. But if God is real, then he is a petty, psychopathic, genocidal asshole. There is no ifs and buts about it. God, if he is real, is not somebody that you should worship. He is a horrific, horrific piece of shit that has infinite powers, yet has no want or desire to solve the pain and suffering that is going on in the world right now. 1,100,000
said,
people have
it's
died of
because of
COVID
Adam
in the
and Eve.
past 10 months. Why did this all-powerful, ultra-amazing deity let that happen? There
Does he
is
not
no
love
God.
us?
Don't be
Does
a
he not
fucking
love
child.
each and every one of us? I mean, isn't that the whole thing they teach you growing up? Is that, look, I'll let you in on something. I think that your belief in the flat Earth is objectively wrong, right? I think it's not dangerous, but I think that you can hold that belief that the Earth is flat without believing in God. If you're from a flat earther perspective, you can hold that belief in the flat Earth without holding a belief in God. Okay, God is a piece of shit. That is what the God of the Bible,
Yeah.
a piece of shit. He killed every human on earth with a flood, and then kept a family that you have to continuously climb in order to get to this fucking fantastical village called heaven. No one's ever seen heaven. No one knows heaven exists. You just believe heaven exists. You just believe
Apparently
God
there were
exists.
virgins there.
Okay,
don't
so
wanna go
you're
to
saying
heaven. That
that
sounds
if
boring.
we can't see it, therefore it's not true?
That's not
Okay,
what I
well,
said.
have
I
you
said
ever
there's
seen
no evidence for it.
$1
There's no evidence to. How about this?
you
Okay,
ever seen
you know
$1
what gravity
billion?
is? Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what gravity is? Gravity are little
don't see
invisible
gravity on it.
unicorns. Hold on, listen. You're right. We don't see gravity because it's invisible unicorns pushing down on everybody. Do you
Wait,
agree,
you're
right?
telling me that you
No, you
believe
agree,
in-
right? Yeah. Well, I mean,
Me?
I've read a book. It said there were unicorns in a book. I see things go to the ground. I assume that it's unicorns. In fact, I don't assume. I know it's unicorns, invisible unicorns pushing everything down to the
book said
ground.
thing, right?
Yeah, there was a book that described some unicorns in it. Why not, right?
Okay, and
what
what
I
book are you
just said
talking
right
about?
now has just as much evidence as what you've said.
Okay.
There is no evidence for
And?
God.
There is no what?
There is no evidence for God. It's as simple as that. There just isn't any.
Well, I could test to that because, like I said, like with the TV analogy, it's so complex.
Yeah, the
it's
TV
obviously
analogy failed you,
intelligently
dude.
designed.
No, the
Same
TV
thing
analogy
for
failed
all
you
of
because
creation.
with a TV,
It's so
we know how it.
obviously
Dude,
complex.
no, sorry, you're wrong because with a TV, we know
How
how
am
it
I
was
wrong?
built. Because with a TV, we know how it was built. We know the materials. We know the manufacturing process. We know how to redo it. God, just magically farting everything into existence because he's got lactose intolerance or something, there's no evidence for that. Absolutely none at all.
Well, like I said, it doesn't say in the Bible that he farted everything into existence. It said.
Oh, sorry, he
spoke.
jizzed. He got really excited. Oh, there it is. That's right, isn't it? Because that makes as much fucking
It does not
sense.
say that he got excited.
It makes as much sense as he spoke it into existence. You say he spoke it into existence, then you need to answer the question how. How did he speak it into existence?
I told you this once, and I'm going to tell you again. Intelligent design.
No. How? Using what methods did he speak it into existence? You can't just say he did it. Yeah. How did he speak it into existence? How did that happen? What physical properties? What manufacturing process? What materials were used? How did him speaking make existence happen?
Intelligent design.
Yeah, that's not an answer.
Yes, it is.
How? Please explain the process of the design. How was it done? From beginning to end.
Intelligent design.
Yeah, that really doesn't answer the
Okay,
question.
so yeah, but all right. So let's intelligent design. Would you agree that the hold on. Would you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Get back to the topic of flat
Not to
Earth.
be paraded about my belief in God.
Well, I
It's
mean,
not
I just was
great-
going to
yeah,
counter
we're
your
talking about
intelligent
evidence.
design with the not so intelligently designed eyeball, but we can go to flat Earth
Yeah.
now.
My appendix that nearly killed me.
But yeah, hold on.
Great design,
Go ahead. I'll turn it over to you. Robert, to discuss the flat Earth. Go ahead.
Why don't you present us with your biggest, strongest evidence that the Earth is flat?
Okay. Well, let's see. I gotta think of stuff off the top of my head. Gotta keep in mind, I did not come prepared.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Nobody's gonna hold that against you tonight, okay? Because you're on here just as a favor to somebody who couldn't make it tonight. So thank you for taking the time out and coming on tonight. And I look forward to a more proper discussion on Sunday with evidence and
debate,
citations. Yeah, structured one.
If anything
Tonight,
comes up, I could just let you know.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure,
Say that.
100%. Now we have email, so we can email back and forth to each other and keep in communication. But yeah, go ahead. So for tonight, we're just going to have a brief talk about the flat Earth. So I'm going to turn it over to you, and you present why you either think it's flat or think it's not a globe. Go ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, curvature. I know that FTFE is going to contest, but we've never seen any curvature. Like I said during my first video,
I mean,
ships are supposedly supposed to vanish, but if you use a camera, you can bring the ship back into frame.
no, you can.
So that proves there is no curvature.
All right, go ahead, fight.
Let me just get a video to disprove what he just said.
Now I'll tell you, Robert, this would be something really, really easy for any flat earther to do and would shut up every single globe earther out there, right? If you went out to the beach and you took a digital camera, let's say, right, fully zoomed out, and then you let a boat go out until you can't see it in the camera anymore, and then you zoom in on that, and then it brings it back in. And you say, okay, you let it go out even further until you can't see it with the camera anymore. And then you put that camera down and you pull out some binoculars that have a higher zoom level. Then you look in the binoculars. Oh, I see it again. There it is. It's going. Now I can't see it in the binoculars. Whip out the telescope. Then when you whip out the telescope, you look in there and you say, oh, I see it. It's going. By this time, it should be 60 miles, 70 miles, 100 miles away, something that would clearly not be visible from the beach. Now, when you can provide an observation like that, which should be visible for anyone on the flat Earth, especially if ships disappear simply because they get too far away and get too small in our vision, if that's the reason, then you should be able to shut us both up. I mean, not you in particular, but flat earthers as a community should be able to go to the beach and just shut us up with this one observation, yet to be done.
Okay, so to counter your claim, team, want to make it full screen a sec?
Yeah.
So this is a video by Dazza the cameraman, who went to this beach in Australia, and he's looking at these ships on the horizon, okay? Now, what he does is very simple. he takes a screenshot when he's zoomed out like this. Let's get to the bit where.
Okay.
Okay. So.
And your point is.
Let me get there. All right. So he takes a screenshot when it's zoomed out, and then he zooms in. Whilst it's on a video showing that it's actually live. Skip forward a bit. So screenshot taken, and then he zooms in and takes another screenshot, right?
Okay.
And what it shows is that when he zoomed out and zoomed in, the exact same amount of the boat is shown above the horizon. Both the one on the left and the right, the proportions are exactly the same. On the bottom, you see the screenshot he took when the video was zoomed out. On the top is when it was zoomed in. And there is absolutely no difference. You will never be able to bring a boat back above the horizon by zooming in. What can happen is if the boat is small, these are obviously large tankers, but if the boat is small, the angular size can decrease so much that it passes the Rayleigh criteria, and the camera aperture literally cannot see it anymore. It's too small for the pixels on the camera to display for you to see, right? But then if you zoom in at that point, it increases the angular resolution and allows you to see it again. It will never bring it back above the horizon, but it can make the boat come back into view if you zoom in. If the angular resolution is too small when you are zoomed out, you will never be able to bring something back above the horizon that has gone below the horizon.
Hey, I need to take a quick interruption right now. I just got my first bad review, guys. Okay? My first bad review. If you go look at the comment section of this video that we're on right now, Miss Ann Hobson, Miss Chat Karen, that's what we're gonna call her, Chat Karen. I was just in a live chat and they annihilated me because I said I had some problems with evolution. No one even could answer my questions. They asked me the same thing over and over again. Didn't want to talk about DNA and metaphysics either. I won't be back ever. Bye, Karen.
Bye, Karen.
Bye, Karen. Sorry. You're one of 350 people in the chat, and we are talking to this gentleman. If you ever feel the bravery ever come up in your heart, Karen, you're more than welcome to come up here, and we'll make you look stupid and live. I'm sorry for the interruption. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah. So Robert, basically, zooming in will never bring something back above the horizon. Simply doesn't happen.
Okay.
And so my next question is, where the fuck is the bottom of those boats?
They're just further away, and not by curvature.
No, that doesn't explain where the bottom of them is.
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because it's further away.
Yeah, that doesn't matter if the Earth's flat. Elevation
Yes,
would not
it does.
increase the amount you see. That's not how it works.
Yeah, do you understand how
doesn't.
perspective works? Like, can you draw a picture and just can you draw a picture with, we'll say, 4 triangles, right? Or you can do 2, but 2 or 4. Can you draw a picture and show me perspective? If you don't even have to know the equation. Just draw the picture out and show me using 2 to 4 triangles what perspective is.
Well, I say that's just a matter of perspective, how you look at it. You know, people will look at the skull of a vampire bat and assume that it eats meat because of its sharp teeth, but it actually is not a carnivore. So I would say it's just a matter of perspective.
That's completely different. Yeah, that's completely different. We're talking about mathematical terms versus philosophical concepts, you know?
You do understand my point, though, right?
No.
Really, no.
No, you say it's your point of view. Yeah, you're saying that it's from your ideological standpoints that the boat is going away and falling off. When I'm telling you no, it's perspective in mathematical terms that you're looking for, not mental terms, not like subjectivity. This is math here we're talking about. It's not subjective, it's objective. You're doing it wrong, Fight. But I'll do it.
Sometimes people can get math problems wrong.
That's fine. That's not a problem. Like, yeah. Hold on, Fight. You're doing it wrong.
Shouldn't it be
You can
a problem,
confuse
though?
people.
No, that's just a boat. I know.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Yeah. He's drawing a boat. I thought he was trying to draw my triangles. I was about to say, no. Look, here's the triangles I was talking about, right? So you have an object that's this tall, and it's this tall right here, right? So when it's closer up, this is the angle that it takes up in your vision. As it gets further away, it takes up less in your vision, okay? Now, the thing you need to see here is that right down the middle, where the line intersects right here is going to be the same point at which it intersects right here. See, the line segment right here, let me draw this in a different color. Okay, this line segment shrunk uniformly, as you can see over here, at the same rate as, oh, that's the same color. Fuck shit. Let me put a green one out there. And it shrinks at the same rate as this. That's perspective. And there's a mathematical equation that describes this.
Alpha equals 2 times the arctan of G over 2R.
Okay, and
And then you,
So
and like if there was two, like, yeah, if there's a circle on the bottom and the circle on the top, let's say, and they were right at the edge of the bottom right here and right at the edge of the top, then they would be, it would still be the same distance above the earth as it is below the earth. Same goes for like any domes that go around them or anything like that. It's all going to be the same.
Oh, a dome, just like it says in Genesis.
Well, no, I'm saying just like if there was, everything would be that way.
So you're saying that if there really is a dome like in Genesis, it should be like that?
No, not at all. I'm just explaining perspective to you.
Yeah. All right. So on my drawing, all right, why would the person here that's closer to the boat be able to see more of it than the person that's over here?
Because of perspective.
Yeah, no, I've drawn perspective lines on it, and they can both see the bottom and the top of the boat. So at what point does the bottom of the boat start disappearing for this person over here? Why does that happen? Perspective doesn't answer that question.
And how does it not answer?
Because of alpha equals 2 times the arctan of G over 2R. There's no reason why the bottom of this would disappear. The entire thing would shrink, the apparent angular size of it would shrink in totality. The bottom does not start disappearing. Just saying perspective doesn't explain why the bottom would disappear before the top.
Well, I say that it does, so you and I disagree.
No, please explain how, though.
Because, like I said, like with the vampire bat, it may look like it's a vicious meat eater, but it's actually not.
That doesn't answer the question of how perspective makes the bottom disappear.
Looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, I don't care about what you're saying. It makes no sense. Please tell me how perspective makes the bottom of the boat disappear.
For crying out loud. Because looks can be deceiving. Just because it looks a certain way doesn't mean that it is.
That doesn't answer the question. Please explain why the bottom of the boat... No, it doesn't. Why does the bottom of the boat disappear due to perspective?
Because of perspective.
Yeah, how? How does perspective cause that?
Because it may appear to be that way when it's
but that's not. Listen, that's not how perspective works. In my art that I just showed, in the art that I was just showing, look, let me bring it back up. Hold on. I'm just gonna explain to you why you're wrong. All right. See this, the perspective, right? As this goes, this length right here. Okay, look. So this length right here, right? This length doesn't change. No. It's just showing perspective. I'm sorry. If I'd have made it, yeah. There's not a lot of penis that come to a point at the tip. If they do, I'm impressed with that guy. But what I'm saying is that the length from top to bottom doesn't actually change, right? The length remains the same. But in our vision, right, the distance from the bottom to the tip and everything like that, it shrinks uniformly. So it takes up less of an angle. So this angle up here, the red angle, is less than the blue angle, even though the line is the same length. And yes, my line's a little bit shorter. It's going to ruin the actual drawing.
Okay.
Whatever.
Get on.
So in our vision, this shrinks uniformly in our vision, right? This angle shrinks
from the bottom.
Yeah, it doesn't shrink from the bottom to the top. It shrinks uniformly. Here, let me do it again in some different colors. Okay, so here, let's say this is the top half of the big angle when it's closer, and here's the bottom half right here, right?
I start the bidding at $5.
So for this angle right here, it's going to be the same as this angle down here. It shrinks uniformly. The ratio between these two angles will remain the same.
Okay.
That's what perspective is. It has nothing to do with you, like your vision or the way you see things versus the way I see things or anything like that. It's just simply a mathematical description of how the angular size of an object will change from one position to another. That's it. And the thing is
proves that the Earth is round.
No. Okay, so
perspective doesn't make things disappear.
Yeah, so what it proves
evidence that the Earth is not flat.
Because if it was flat, never would. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me go over here. Let me show you just real quick. Okay. So, yeah, if the Earth was flat, okay, and let's say you had a square right here, right, and we'll say that you're standing here and this is your eye level, and we're just gonna say that that's dead center on the square. No matter how far away you go, that eye level is going to always be right there. It's a straight line. It's parallel to the surface of the Earth. Okay? So if no matter where we move this wall, if we were to shine a laser, it would always shine straight and it would always hit the same spot. So if a boat down here, let's say you have a ship, right? And we'll just draw the ship like this to represent top half of the ship, bottom half of the ship, all right? This is your eye level. As the ship goes away, if the Earth were flat, when you'd get down here, hold on, let me redraw that right. When you get down here, you're still going to have the same portion of the boat over the top of the water as you will under the water. Or I'm sorry, not water, your eye line, not water. So if the Earth were flat. Now, if the Earth's a globe and it curves away, then as this box goes, right, it starts going, sloping away. So the further it gets, the more becomes obstructed, the more goes below the line of sight. That's why you have a portion of the ship that gets obstructed by the curvature as it goes further away. Otherwise, you would just see the ship shrinking uniformly as it got further away.
So, so to clarify, yeah, well, it disproves a flat Earth because basically things wouldn't disappear bottom up on a flat Earth. That's absolutely 100% demonstrated. So you're saying that, bringing a ship back and all that nonsense isn't evidence for the Earth being flat because it simply doesn't happen, as I demonstrated in my video. So how about we move on to another proof, as that one fell flat. Any other evidence that the Earth is... Well, any evidence at all? Because that wasn't evidence.
Well, the fact that gravity is just a theory, just like evolution.
Gravity is not just a theory. That's a very silly thing to say.
Can you define what a scientific theory is? Can you define it? I don't need a colloquial... No. I didn't ask you what the word theory means. Nope. You're answering a question...
Just told you.
Robert, listen. You're answering a question that I'm not asking, okay? So before you start answering something I'm not even asking you, listen to the question and answer it. Can you define scientific theory?
Okay. It is an idea, an unproven idea.
No.
You're wrong.
That's not what a scientific theory is.
You're wrong.
A scientific theory is something backed up by preponderance of evidence. It is very different to the colloquial usage of the word theory. However, gravity is not just a theory in any sense of the word, because gravity is a law. There is the mathematical law of gravity, Fg equals gm1 m2 over r squared. You can't
All
have
right.
a mathematical law
There's a
be
law.
just a
Should there be
theory.
a lawgiver?
So hold on. No, that's okay. So do you
fuck you
need
just
God?
said?
Hold on. Do you need God to add 1 plus 1 so that 1 plus 1 equals 2? Do you need God for that to occur?
Well, I say if someone's having trouble, they can ask God. But I don't see why not.
Okay. No. I guess hear me out, okay? Let's say you never have an understanding of God, okay? There's not an understanding. There is no God. Let's just imagine that for 1 second. Whether you believe it or not, I'm not saying that this is this world. I'm saying imagine a universe that did exist with no God, okay? Would 1 plus 1 still equal 2? Would 1 plus 1 still equal 2?
Maybe
There's no
say if
maybe
there was
about
a
it.
different universe, like where things are different, it is possible that in a different dimension,
No, it's
1
not.
plus 1 could not equal 2.
I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. That is absolutely
How?
ridiculous.
How?
Maybe if you're using base binary base 2, binary systems, you could say 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2 because there's no such number as 2. But we're not talking about binary systems. I'm talking about base 10 here. In a base 10 system, would 1 plus 1 always equal 2, whether God existed or not?
In our dimension, yes.
Then there is no need for a lawgiver. Okay, that's the basis of that. Yeah, there is no need for a lawgiver when it comes to natural laws. They are just constructs they're mathematical constructs. They're mathematical explanations of the real fucking world. Now let me define scientific theory for you, okay? Scientific theory is a well-substantiated explanation of some aspect of the natural world based on a body of facts that have been repeatedly confirmed through observation and experiment. Such supported theories are not guesses, but reliable accounts of this real world. A scientific theory is not the same thing as a colloquial theory, as what you were defining, an idea. I have a theory about this. I have an idea as to why this happened. That's not the same thing as a scientific theory. A scientific theory is something that's based on facts. Facts are not disputable. You and I can't argue about facts, right? If a red car drives by, it's red. Right. It's not red because I see it red, you see it blue. No, it's a red car. Yeah, we could talk about, I shouldn't even talk about that because special relativity and shit fucks us up there. But let's just ignore, we're just going to say, empirically speaking, we're standing still, flashing a light on a car, and you and I are both looking at the car. We both see it a color. We can come to agreement in the color. That color is objectively a color, correct? Whether it be red or blue or whatever. These are facts.
But there are some people who are colorblind, though, right?
Yeah, okay. We're going to, okay. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to change the wavelength of light coming back. If we get let's say we get a photon receptor that measures either energy levels or wavelengths of lights, for instance, all right? We get that a photon receptor and we measure that. You and I can both agree what the photon receptor got. Let's say we both agree on the science that's involved in receiving it. Let's say it's something that has nothing to do with God, nothing to do with flat earth, something we can both agree upon. Well, this would be considered a fact. This would be something that's objective. It's not up for us to discuss. It was this way because it was that way. Scientific theories are based on facts, not objectionable opinions.
So the whole saying gravity is only a theory is a pretty moronic thing to say, because you're not even using the right usage of the word theory. And it's literally just an Eric Dubé talking point that all flat earthers shout out. And it's kind of irrelevant anyway, because whether you call gravity a theory or what, doesn't matter. It's been experimentally proven to exist. We've already named 3 experiments here in this chat today that demonstrate that gravity is an empirical fact. And there is more. So, no, gravity isn't just a theory.
What else more?
Sorry?
What else more?
Well, the entire LIGO installations around the world, they're experiments that prove gravity's real
How?
by measuring perturbations in space-time due to gravity.
But how do you know any of that? You weren't
Because
there.
I've studied it.
But you were not there.
Were you there at the creation of the universe
How
when
did-
God sneezed
no.
it into existence?
The only way how you can know something to be true is if you were there.
Were you there at the beginning of the universe when God came? And an amazing orgasm happened and the universe appeared. That's how it happened, right? Were you there?
I
when
wouldn't call it an orgasm, but okay.
Were you there when that happened? Apparently.
No, but
Well, how do you know
no,
it's
but
how do you know
we
it's true though?
Have somebody who was there.
Yeah, I've spoken to people that were there at LIGO. Actually, several of them.
Wait. Oh, wait. And so you mean to tell me that you've spoken to people who were there during the beginning of the universe?
No, I've
Have
spoken
you?
to people at LIGO that measured gravity.
Have you? You seem pretty confident in that the Earth was 6,000 years old. Do you know anybody that
Yes.
was around 6,000 years ago?
The Bible tell us so.
The Bible's a
books
book.
is a thing, big deal.
There's one book that says that that the Earth is 6,000 years old. That any book in the future is going to be based upon, right? These claims. When there's a substantial amount of evidence that refutes either of those claims, that the Earth is flat or that it's 6,000 years old.
Okay, and
I mean, there was only one person there at the beginning of the universe anyway. Mar Navu.
which was God.
No, Mar Navu opened the portal to go to the temporal zone. And
Okay, so
went to see...
you keep making these claims,
Wait, was that
Robert.
comic
You keep
books
making
or- I don't remember.
hold on. You keep making these claims and you don't present any evidence. You just present a hearsay book.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. That's not evidence. Sorry. Somebody said something is not evidence. Where is your empiricism?
guess.
Where is the empirical evidence that would say that God not existing is an impossibility?
Well, another good piece of evidence we should not trust NASA is that one time Nathan Thompson got kicked out of Starbucks. It was because of facts like that. He was calling that NASA employee a liar.
Nathan Thompson got kicked out of Starbucks because he was harassing other customers.
Nathan
No, he
Thompson got
wasn't.
kicked
Yes,
out of
he
Starbucks
was.
because
Front-
Nathan Thompson got kicked out of Starbucks because his penis wasn't big enough to meet the minimum requirements. They made him wait
I
outside,
don't
not
think
to
it
embarrass.
has anything.
It's a
do
tiny thing.
with it.
It's tiny. It's tiny.
Yeah.
It has everything to do with
Basically,
it.
And how
There was a
did
NASA
Big
employee.
Did you look at
Shut
it?
up. There was a NASA employee.
Didn't have to.
In Starbucks, right, getting his coffee, and Nathan decided to harass him constantly after he was asked to leave him alone. The then people working in the store said, "No, you are harassing this gentleman. Please leave the store." That's nothing to do with NASA, you absolute dipshit.
Or maybe it's because they want to hide the truth.
What, Starbucks wanted to hide the truth?
Yes.
Wait, are you saying Starbucks and NASA?
No, I'm just saying that.
What has Starbucks got
is
to do with NASA
in
then?
on it.
Starbucks is in on what? So are you
The
telling
lie.
me? Are you telling me that minimum wage worker behind the counter at Starbucks, that barista, is in on the worldwide lie to hide the flat
Yes.
Earth from the world?
Yes.
So every single barista that ever gets a job at Starbucks is like, you know what, guys? We need to hide the fucking shape of the Earth from these people.
yes.
You're a po. You aren't a real flat earther.
Oh,
You are a po.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're a po. 100%.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're 100% a po. 100%. Yeah, you are. Don't bullshit me. You're 100% a po.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
No, I don't feel
But
that way. It's an
I
empirical
do believe
fact.
the Earth is
You
flat.
are a po.
And it's 6,000 years old.
Yeah, you're a po.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, we're gonna
Sorry
get
that
on
you
to
feel
super chats. We're gonna get. Hey, Robert, if you have any evidence you'd like to present on Sunday, other than your love for Nathan Thompson,
Starbucks is in
I
on
understand. Yeah, I understand
Fuck
you
me.
really look up to that piece of
Worst
shit,
po ever.
but yeah,
What
you just
piece of shit.
you're I'm talking about Nathan
is
Thompson.
objectively a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Nathan
he's
Thompson
a piece of
shouts
shit.
at children when they're at school. He is objectively
How?
a piece of shit.
By him exposing the lies.
Nathan Thompson feeds his dog a vegan diet and doesn't pick up after it shits on a lawn right next to a school. He is a piece of shit.
And how do you know that?
Because he fucking live streamed himself doing it.
All right, hey Robert, thanks for coming on. If you still want to come on Sunday, we'll have you back on Sunday. I'm gonna read off some of these super chats. You're welcome to stay around, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you to be quiet while I read them, and if any of them are directed at you, I'll give you a chance to respond to them. All right. Let's see. Let me get to the thing. All right. Illuminous Poo for $2. I am not a potato. That's right, Illuminous Poo, because you're a potato. Jessica G for $2. This guy is so radical. I don't know, man. You seem like a fucking... You seem like a po to me, dude. Sorry. I'm not convinced that you're really... Yes, absolutely. Bella Charge for 2 New Zealand dollars. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm 100% right.
There's two options, Robert. Either you're a po, or you have the lowest IQ of any human that's ever existed. Those are the two options. And for the sake of humanity, I hope it's not that your IQ is that low, because I don't want to believe I'm the same species as someone with an IQ as low as you.
Bella Charge for 2 New Zealand dollars says...
What was that, numbnuts?
But wouldn't that just be your personal incredulity against my arguments?
No, I don't have any personal incredulity against your arguments, because your arguments are dumb as fuck and they'll be debunked in about 10 seconds.
You are the one that's calling me a po.
Yeah, because you're a po. It's quite fucking clear.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You tried to say the earth is flat because toilet water is flat, and then you said Starbucks are in...
Yeah, toilet water. Hey, think about it, Robert. Answer this right here, okay? Because when you say the earth is flat because toilet water is flat, all right? When you say something like that, well, hold on. I'm gonna point something out. Why we know at this point you're a po, okay? When you say shit like that the earth's flat because toilet water is flat, then you really put yourself into you lock yourself into two characteristics, two boxes, okay? One is that you're mentally deficient. Okay, I don't want to pick on you if you're mentally deficient. I'm not trying to say that to be mean.
I hate hold on. You, but I have been diagnosed. To be on the spectrum.
Cool. My son's on the spectrum. He's got autism and Asperger's, and he still doesn't think the Earth is flat because he's not a retard.
Well, I'm not here to pick on somebody that does suffer from a disease. And forgive me if that's how I came across tonight. That's not how I wanted it to be.
Don't be nice to this po. This guy, you don't need to be nice to this.
Man, look, if he suffers from mental deficiency, then that explains a lot tonight. It's not worth.
Everyone's on the fucking autism spectrum. Everybody is on the autism spectrum. Just because he's been possibly diagnosed with some form of ADHD and hasn't taken his medication today, doesn't mean he gets to avoid the ridicule that comes with being a bona fide retard. I'm not having him use that as an excuse. If he comes here and tells me the Earth is flat because toilet water is flat.
Yeah, that was
Starbucks
dumb.
Employees are in on the fucking mass conspiracy, and Nathan Thompson is a good person. Then I am going to call him a retarded po. I'm sorry. I'm not being nice.
Oh yeah. No. At this point, Robert, you really do only have two options. You're either mentally deficient, and that's the box you're locked in, or you're a po, and that's the box you're locked in. There's no way you're a genuine flat earther.
Growing up, I did live in a neglected home, and to be honest with you, flat Earth has gave me meaning in my life, and so that's why that I believe in a flat Earth.
Well, I mean, if you find meaning in the flat Earth, trust me, there's better things out there you can find meaning in, like the round Earth, like reality. What? Reality. That's what.
Okay, I guess.
Just remember.
Yeah, you're LARPing.
Evidence.
You're LARPing right now. You know, you're looking for solace in a game, And the game you're LARPing in is the flat earth game, and that's fine. Go ahead and do it. At least you recognize why you're a flat earther. You're not a flat earther because you believe the earth is flat. You're a flat earther because you find solace in the group. That's a whole different subject to talk about, and that's totally understandable.
He's not a flat earther, he's a poet.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're not a flat earther. You just find solace in the flat earth group. You identify with flat earthers, but you're not a flat earther. A flat earther believes.
To identify with retards.
Oh wait, but I thought that if you believe in a flat Earth, you're a flat earther. Just like how if you believe in God, you are a theist.
No.
If you believe in God, there's if you believe in the flat Earth, there's actually another word for that.
No. Okay.
Like what?
So a flat earther is somebody who believes the earth is flat. That doesn't just find comfort in the flat earth. No, you don't believe the earth is flat. You just said, you just admitted it right now, just a moment ago. Flat earth has given you comfort. That's why you believe in it. It's a lot easier to understand that position that you're coming from when you say, I'm a flat earther because flat earth was nice to me and comforted me when I needed them to. And that's okay. But what is not okay is to say you're not really a flat earther, because a flat earther by definition thinks the earth is flat, believes the earth is flat. You don't believe the earth is flat. You couldn't give us a valid reasoning as to why you believe the earth is flat. Like if you ask me, why do you think the earth is a globe? I can give you reasons for that. When we asked you why you think the earth is flat, you said toilet water's flat. You're not a flat earther. You're either a Poe. If you're not, you're finding solace in the group, and that's cool. Go ahead. I mean, more power to you. If that's how you got to do it, that's how you got to do it. If you found some flat earthers to be nice to you, and you don't think you could ever get that kind of fucking hospitality from the globe earth side, then go hang out with flat earthers. But you're not a flat earther, man.
Because there is another word for flat earthers.
Vince, apparently they prefer the word retard.
Aye? Oh, how very quaint.
Yeah.
And you see, it's stuff like that is why I associate myself with the flat Earth, is because that they don't call me vulgar names like you.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm about to play you a flat earther. Where is it? Here we go. All right, I'm not having you come here and say that we are the mean ones compared to flat earthers, right? Listen to this.
The piggy, squeal. You've just asserted the obstruction is caused by Earth curve. So, dumb fuck, let's see you draw that logical connection, dumb fuck. This is you being raped. Let me pin you down, Tim. Let's all hold his arms while I rape him. Yeah, Tim, this is you being raped. This is you being raped, Tim. And you can try and rumpus, scream all you like. This is me holding you down and inserting It's me inserting your axiom. Yeah, you squeal.
Are you really saying you want to associate with people like that over us?
Well, I don't think that all flat earthers are like that.
Okay, so let's go to flat earther, Nathan Thompson. What's a good thing that Nathan?
Yeah, that piece of shit. That guy has bad breath. I've met him in person. He has bad breath.
Here's what Nathan Thompson says.
He stinks. No lie, he stinks.
Dude, I'm dating a first grader.
Yeah,
hey guys,
fucking loves them first graders.
Dude, I'm dating a first grader.
Yeah, is that the kind of person you want to associate with?
Nathan Thompson?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that beats on his girlfriend's door and harasses his girlfriend while she has a fucking kid in bed with her, just because he's a piece of shit.
Oh wait.
I'll play it once more for you. This is Nathan Thompson talking. Yeah, this is Nathan Thompson talking. Listen.
Hey guys, you want to hear a funny story while we're all chatting, dude? I'm dating a first grader.
Okay, so there's that. There's the fact that he shouted at children whilst they were at school, somewhere they're supposed to be safe and secure, but he instead stood on the sidewalk throwing bits of paper at them and screaming at them like a madman. And there's the time where he tried to beat down a door to get to his girlfriend.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm making
beat down a door?
Yeah.
Okay. Look. Hey. Fight. Listen. Fight. Look. Cut this one off. Cut him loose. Robert, we'll talk to you via email. We got to get moving forward with the super chats, and to be honest with you, man, I am pretty damn convinced of something right now. So I just want to go ahead and get this guy off. Worse than that. It's been something I was thinking the whole time. Yeah. That's fucking... I'm just going to say it. I think that's Nathan Thompson. I've been thinking it for a while. That's why I said the shit I said earlier, was to try to fucking get him to get pissed off. And every time I bring up his name, every time he tries to address himself, he miraculously just starts talking normally. And then I don't know, like, I don't want to make assumptions, but I am not trying to platform anybody that has and there's too many times where it just came through naturally. So sorry, but what do you guys think in the chat? No, it's not Hip Hop Hippie, Alien H. It's not Hip Hop Hippie.
I don't know. I wasn't getting the voice from him as though that was Nathan Thompson.
Well, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Also, Nathan Thompson actually can normally join a VMix call.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not. I don't think that. I think he was trying to fake his way in here, and he was pulling us along with that bullshit rhetoric. Listen, come on now. Are you kidding me? Toilet water flat. Like, I'm not even trying to have a conversation with this person if that's the case. And I'm not making fun of him for the way he's talking, because to me that's just normal. Like, it might be a little different, but all of us talk a little different. So it had nothing to do with him, with me thinking he was trying to sound, a certain way or anything. I just think that whatever accent he was putting on, you would hear it go away. And I'm sorry, but I don't have time for Pose to come on here. I don't have time. You know what? I'm not wasting my time talking with people who think the earth is flat because toilet water's flat. You fucking kidding me? And he just rings Nathan Thompson all along. And then I'm seeing it in the chat too. Yeah, I think this is Nathan Thompson. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting here thinking this shit, right? And they're in the chat telling me.
Brainy, do me a favor. Take a clip of him talking and send me the audio, please. Brainy, you're in the chat. I see you. Clip him or talking and send me the audio. Because if that is Nathan changing his voice, I'll be able to tell.
No, I mean, not if he's like talking like this. Like, I'm telling you, man, like he went through different, go back and if you listen, he just goes through different voices. All right. Like, it's not consistent. You could tell it was being forced. That's why I brought up hey, if you're trying to fucking hide your voice, don't do that. Like, you don't need to do that. Just have a conversation. Even if I need to mask your voice a little bit, I will. But just have a conversation. You could tell he was doing that. And every time we bring up Nathan Thompson, he would lose that fucking nasally sound to him and start talking normal for a half second. Not going to fool me. And even if you are, you're not going to fool me.
To it a sec. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was a real voice, but I'm honestly not getting Nathan Thompson from it. I mean, I may be wrong. I'll have to go back and listen again. If it is Nathan Thompson, then he's going to quite soon post about how he's just trolled us. And I'm watching all his social media, and I don't.
That's fine. Anything. That's fine. If he does, that's fine. If that's how he has to get himself into, interject himself into the audience, in front of the audience, that's his choice. But I'm not fooled, man. That guy, whether it's Nathan Thompson or not, he was being disingenuous about what he was saying, and I don't have time for that bullshit right now. I got an actual life to live. You know what I mean? All right. Jessica G I read that one. This is so radical. Bella Charge for $2 New Zealand. Birds aren't rocker powered. Kick the Poe. Jessica G for $2. Ask him to say more than 4-word sentences. That's a good one right there. You know why she asked that? Because everything he said was so short and concise, because he needed to make it that way to keep up, to be consistent with his forced accent. Like, you have him read a book, do some math, answer questions real fast, he'll drop that accent in a heartbeat. I said read a book. Who am I fucking kidding? Look at a picture book. I'm sorry. Look at a picture book. All right, Magekind for $5. Not Dopefish. No, I'm sorry. No, Dopefish is an ID software reference. It's from Commander Keen. Only existence of Dopefish. I'll have to look at that. ID. What was that? ID. What was the name of the ID games thing? I mean, I know it was ID, but didn't they have like a huge eyeball? Wasn't that what ID was? The gaming company? I think that's what the reference is. Tag me, Magekind, if you're still out there, and let me know if ID had the big eyeball. ID Gaming. Alien. And then, hey, there were some people that were like giving me a hard time for calling Nathan a little penis guy. I was doing that because I thought it was Nathan. I was trying to get a rise out of him. So that's why I was like, yeah, I said, yeah, you guys are right. I was wrong for doing that, but I was trying to get a rise out of him to show that it was actually Nathan Thompson. So my bad if anybody was upset out there. Yeah.
Oh,
but it's probably probably gonna happen in the future again, to be honest with you. Alien X Gaming, Robert. I'm not going to say anything to rip on you, but seriously, man, you can't honestly sit here and really think this shit is not round. Fuck my life. Yeah, you're right, Alien X. Jessica G for $2. What? Yeah, there's lots of what moments there. Holdorf 333 for $2. You guys, haven't you seen I Dream of Jeannie? God, yes, I've seen I Dream of Jeannie. Old school classic. What, are you kidding me? Nickelodeon, baby.
Yeah, you should have said something to me sooner, and I would have put on the Nathan Thompson memes and see how he reacted.
Oh yeah, that's what should have happened. Is we should just start playing memes. He'd leave. I just put you on full screen. Alien X Gaming for $5. All-knowing, all-loving. God gave us free will, right? If he already knows what has happened and what will happen, free will is a fucking lie. What the fuck? Yeah, you're right. There's no such thing as free will in God's world. In God's world, evil must exist so that good can exist. Without evil, you would never know what good was. How would you know God was good without evil? God is such a fucking walking contradiction. He has to, if God exists, he has to create evil to make himself look good.
Yeah.
How fucking like self-centered can you fucking possibly be when you create a fucking character in a book?
I get a lot of slack from religious people that don't like my rants about God and stuff. And the thing is, like I've said, if you've got a relationship with God, if you're genuinely religious and you have that personal relationship with God, fair play to you, But don't try and force me to believe it when I can point out the logical inconsistencies and the horrific acts that God has made. If you want to have a relationship with God, that's cool. That's on you, and I'm not going to bash that. That's your personal thing. But don't ever tell me that I'm wrong for not believing in a genocidal maniac.
Yeah, what if it's right? Yeah, what if religion is right? Wouldn't God then be the devil for all the murder and killing and everything he put on earth to hurt and torture humans? But he writes the book, right?
Yep.
I mean, usually the authors don't make themselves look to be the oppressive bad men. Just saying. All right. Jessica G. Huh?
I've just quickly while we were talking, I've just listened to Nathan Thompson talking for a little bit, then I've listened to that guy, and the changes in Nathan's pitches when he's talking are like quite big. He goes from being like this to being like this quite quickly when he's talking quite a lot, and I didn't notice any of that with the guy.
I did though. I did. Like I noticed it as he was trying to keep his voice down, and he would start to. There were times. You're just gonna, I mean, I guess. Hey, I'm not saying for sure. I'm just saying that he's wasting my time. Okay?
Javardo
I value my
says
time.
That, his voice was processed. I'm assuming he means with a voice changer of some kind. He says 100% his voice was processed. This is a fact. I was not paying attention to that, but it's so clear when you go back, it's actually so bad. I mean, it definitely doesn't sound natural. And I don't think it's a voice I could recreate. I think possibly he has lowered it a couple of octaves artificially, which makes me
and
think
what maybe holding his nose the whole time he was talking.
Possibly. I don't think Thompson could have kept his cool for that long. I don't think Thompson would be smart enough to keep it going like that.
I mean, he referred to himself as James Earl Jones. Come on now. Well, not referred, but he referred to his voice as the voice profile of a James Earl Jones. You get the fuck out of here.
I don't think Nathan would know who that was.
I don't think Nathan understands what fucking 1 + 1 is.
Right, let's get a vote in the chat. Let's have a 1 for that was Nathan Thompson and a 2 for it wasn't Nathan Thompson. I'd like to see what everyone thinks. I don't think it was. It was definitely a Poe, but I don't think it was Nathan Thompson. So 1 if you think it was Thompson, 2 if you don't think it was Thompson.
Syed Ahmad says 2. Jaybird Max says 2.
Twos.
Oh, there's a lot of 2s actually. Look at that.
There's quite a lot of 1s as well, though. Enough to give reasonable doubt. Humble Vegan says Nathan. Big Daddy Sheep says Nathan. No.
Well, the master
Glass Monster says, yeah.
Yeah, the Mass Debate guy says he's coming back on Sunday. So I don't think I'm going to bring this Robert guy back on. Unfortunately, Robert, if you're not Nathan Thompson, hey, sorry for comparing you to that piece of shit. But if you are Nathan Thompson, you're a piece of shit. Unfortunately, if you want to put together a presentation, I'll take a look at your presentation.
Clive Wells says that guy just deleted his channel. Oh no, I still see his channel. Oh no, it's gone. You're right. This channel does not exist.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. All right, revote.
Okay.
Hey, we're going back and we're counting hanging chads. 1 if you think it was Nathan Thompson. 2 if you don't.
The fact that he's just deleted his channel is now making me doubt myself.
Now look at the 1s come in.
Yeah. Oh. Maybe it was.
I called it, guys. No, Alien X called it. Other people called it. I'm not the only person that noticed it in there. Lots of people saw it.
It's more of a 50-50 split now, I think. Knowing that with that. Oh,
Clive. The 1s are making a comeback. Hey, good catch, Clive. Professor Phil Bell against me.
Sean Hufford is the audio guy, right? He compared all the waveforms for the Nathan slapping his kid thing. So I wonder if Sean would be able to tell. I mean, when I look at the waveforms on Adobe, that the inflections are very different. The max and the minimum are very different. But I don't know. I'm not an audio guy necessarily. Oh.
Well, I guess that was the last of him. But Jessica G had a great super chat earlier, and I love this when I saw it. I wanted to sneak it in. God has a... Oh, God, I'm going to have to count what number this is.
I don't know now. Fuck. Have we been trolled by Nathan Thompson?
God has a 2,926,534,000,000... Wait. 2,926,534,724 to 0 kill to death ratio in reality.
That guy's got the gold on all of his guns.
Yeah, all guns, the riot shield, everything. All right, Bella Charge for $5 New Zealand dollars. This guy knows that robots are now making robots. It's called the industry age. Exactly. Jessica G for $2.
Like the music guy, Javado Music, is now saying that he thinks it's Nathan Thompson.
See?
William Cozart says, "Oh shit, I've just heard a couple of seconds, and yeah, it's Nathan."
Like when he says this right here, come on guys. Like I heard that in something he said, and I was like, wait, I know that voice. I was like,
I just don't feel like Nathan could have kept his cool for that long with us.
Nah, not if he's trying to sell the troll. You're right, but he's stupid enough to try. Sorry, guys. I'm getting more and more convinced. I'm getting more and more convinced. Jessica G. God is the most notorious serial killer in history, right?
Yeah.
Benjamin Donald says, yeah. What was the name of the city that he ordered all the men of fighting age and children, men of fighting age and male children to be killed in the city? so that they couldn't. I'd have to know, but it's like a horrible thing. God ordered the death of all these people. I'm looking at it. Hold on.
Chris Durham Music Channel says it sounds like Brian's Logic to me. No, not enough of an accent there, I don't think.
The Canaanites. That's who it was.
Yeah, Anu Abbas. We're not talking about Nathan Thompson's channel still being up. We're talking about the guy, well, Robert Birkinson, whoever that was that we had on just now. His channel that showed the evidence for evolution being fake and the flat toilet water, his channel is now gone after speaking to us.
Hey, that's a good point right there. If that guy contacted you through email, you could reverse track the email and see if it's the same as Nathan's. Yeah, I have Nathan's old emails that he sent me. I guess I could try to figure out what the IP address is of.
Yeah, will Nathan have a static IP on his phone? Because he definitely doesn't have.
I don't know. I don't know how IP addresses work for phones. That would be something. I'm sure somebody in the chat will know the answer to that. So I'll let them.
I just don't want to believe that I've been trolled by Nathan Thompson.
Benjamin Donaldson for $5 No panic. Of the 100 million to die in 20th century wars alone, 70% civilians. Why were none worth saving in God's eyes? Now, Benjamin, No panic was the person for the mask debate tonight that didn't make it. So you make a very, very valid point. I just want to make sure that it's not directed at the wrong person. So that would be directed at Nathan Thompson. The Spirit 84 for $5. God is a fourth devotional being that drew everything into existence. KAP. Cap. Let's see. PhD Tony for $5 Birkinson's accent is causing an enormous concern. Is he having a stroke? No, I think he was just trying to hold his lie together.
I've just emailed Nathan Thompson with a poke calling him an idiot. I'm going to see how he responds. Because I'm calling him an idiot and he's just trolled us, he won't be able to resist mocking us.
I don't know. Because if he feels like he's been caught, he may think that the better thing to do is to play silent and make us look dumb for thinking it's him.
He's not smart enough to think that, though. I mean, that's 3 levels deep. He can't do that.
All right. So, Jessica G for $2 asked the Abominable Snowman if he likes yellow snow. Something tells me he drinks straight from the tap, Jessica. Syed Ahmad for $4.99. This guy sounds like Al Gore from South Park. I'm super cereal. Have him say man bear pig. Oh my god, if I'd have saw that one, I would have had him say that here tonight. Y'all would have heard the man bear pig. Jessica G for $2. Dude, stop drawing pornographic images. I was showing perspective, Jessica. Get your mind out of the gutter. Benjamin Donaldson for $5 Aussie. FTFE, just play him the Father Ted bit. These cows are close. Those are far away.
Right, so Nathan Thompson was posting on his Facebook within the last 2 hours, and he wasn't mentioning this at all. He was posting about a video called Equidistant Letter Sequence Checksums the Written Word, whatever that is. I just don't, if he was trolled us, I don't feel like he'd be able to resist boasting about it.
Yeah, Professor Phil Bell says, we Aussies are plagued by things trying to kill us. What the fuck was God thinking? Yeah, exactly. Why create that place out there where so many things can kill you? If only just to have fun and torture us. That Australia is like the Thunderdome, the Gladiator Dome of the world. God literally sits over and looks down at you guys and watches y'all get attacked by kangaroos and snakes and spiders and all this other shit that can kill you, and just laughs.
Yeah. Like most prey in the world that's got venom, right, has just enough venom in them to kind of take down their prey. No, not the spiders in Australia. The spiders in Australia have enough venom to like take out 30 elephants. Why? Why did you do that? Why, God? Why would you give such a tiny creature the ability to kill a herd of elephants? Why?
Yeah,
Why would you give such a tiny creature the ability to kill a herd of elephants? Why? Why would you give such a tiny creature the ability to kill a herd of elephants? Why? Why would you give such a tiny creature the ability to kill a herd of elephants?
Okay, it says Donnie does that. Says IP addresses are virtual MAC addresses and they're physical. So I guess that was in reference to whether
he had a static IP.
Yeah. His IP address on his phone or not.
Yeah. So
okay.
So an Android's going to have a static IP. So if he sent two emails from the same IP address under different Gmail addresses, you should still be able to backtrace and see what the IP it came from, and it would show that it's the same one.
I'll check when I get an opportunity. I'll have to look it up on how to do that, but I'll definitely check to see if they came from the same area, because I don't know if it would be based on if he changed phones, but I don't know how all that works, but I'll check. I'll see what's up. Jessica G for $2, Walking Contradiction, Green Day 1995. Green Day is an old school music. Glass Monster for $2 Canadian. Poe. I'm sorry, Bubba. I'll take you outside in a minute. Sorry about that. FTFE for, and yes, you're right, Glass Monster. He's a Poe. I think, no doubt about it, he's a Poe. At minimum, he's a Poe. At maximum shit and shithead in life, he's Nathan Thompson. FTFE for £5. Why are you such a Poe, Robert? Poe. Yes, he is. Small time art.
You even got the right melody there. That's what I was thinking.
Small time art. Look, hey, I didn't read this before. Small time art for $2. He can't even keep his fake speech impediment up. I'm telling you, Fight. There were times when it just rang through that it was not. Bubba, I'll take you outside in a minute, okay? All right. Kirsten, MS3 for $10. Where do you find these people? Guess I'm in on hiding the cure for cancer because guess I'm in on hiding the cure for cancer because I work at a pharmacy. Kirsten, you're part of Big Pharma? Are you telling me you're part of Big Pharma, Kirsten? Get out.
We got a fucking spy here.
Yeah, they're here spying on the mask debates. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. If you need someone with a healthcare background to argue for pro-mask, I'd be happy to fill in. Well, Kirsten, how about this? If you're serious and you'd like to stick your foot in the water, I'd love to have you on. Sunday, we're moving tonight's mask debate to Sunday night. If you're interested in participating, just email me at fatherskeptic@gmail.com. And let's set something up, and I'll be more than happy to bring you in and let you take on the mask guy. He seems like a good dude. It seems like it would be a decent conversation. Definitely pro-science over here, pro-healthcare. So you know where I stand. But if you want to come on and argue those points, you're more than welcome to. Tag me in the chat or email me and let me know if that's if you'd be interested in that. All right. And
a flat Earth meme, but it did make me laugh. Someone put this in my meme server.
All right. So let's see. Yeah, she's still in the chat. Okay. So Martin C. for $5 Canadian. I think you guys are becoming an initiation test for the Oakley's cult. They just get the script and run it. Yeah, Martin C. It's always the same thing. It's getting boring. The Athens 619 for $5 Canadian. What do you think of the next political debate? We'll have a mute button. I like it. I like it because it keeps more moderation. It keeps more moderation going. Tommy Gronvold for $50 Nokia. Remember, Robert started his channel by super chatting you a few days ago. Backtrack that if you can. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I assume he's good on his word. I have no problem with him. If he backtracks it, then that's on him. But at the same time,
I debunked him so hard that he deleted his channel. Maybe he was like, "Yeah, I was wrong."
No. If he's not Nathan Thompson, then that's the way he was answering. There was no way. Let's see. The Spirit 84 for $5. I kind of hope it was Nathan Thumbstick. Yeah, right. Oh, Kirsten, she says she's definitely in. Ivy Drintry says, "Oh, Team Skeptic's poor puppy." Yeah, he's just crying because he wants to go outside. He hears and sees shit outside. He's been outside the whole time. Or most of the day, at least. But anyway, he's not poor. He's spoiled. I'm poor because of it. All right, so I think that's going to be where we end the video today. I had a great time. This is now going on 6.5 hours of straight live streaming for me and Fight, actually.
Yeah.
We started at 2 p.m. on the Science or Satire channel. People have been saying that we're not promoting that hard enough. And I think they're right. You guys need to come check us out on Science or Satire. We had a great conversation with one of Fight's longtime friends. Actually, people he knows him in real life.
Yeah.
It was a great
Awesome guy,
conversation.
Sam. Yeah.
Ah.
He's an ex-Jehovah's Witness, was brought up in a Jehovah's Witness family and managed to escape that madness. He's a really intelligent guy. He's the guy that sang my theme tune, Fight the Flat Earth. He's got a band called Sleepwalker, which you can find on Facebook through the links on my channel. And then we did the dual stream with him because he's got his gaming channel that he's got on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook called TurboSource X. So if you guys want to go and search for TurboSource X on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube, give him a sub. And he's also got another channel, which I just love watching because it's so innocent and fun, called Bugsy's Toy Box, where him and his friend just go and get toys at toy fairs, like old Action Man figures and stuff, and then just talk about the toys that they've got. It's awesome. It's like such an amazing channel. So check out Bugsy's Toy Box and TurboSaurus X.
Oh shit! Oh my god! What did Alien X say for the Google moderator team to delete his comment?
Oh no! Google moderator.
That's the second time that it's happened. Alien X, paraphrase what you said. I want to know. Oh my god!
Lol. What?
No,
come on.
Fight got
email
Fight.
It to me.
Yeah, Google moderator team blocked Fight when he said that he started talking about donkey porn in my fucking live chat, and they blocked his comment that said donkey porn. That's awesome. What a way to end the night. Thank you everybody who was able to super chat. Thank you everybody for showing up and hanging out with us for 2.5 hours of nonsense. Let's see. Craven Mordick, did you get the friend request I sent you on COD? I don't know. I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's there. Next time I get on, I'll approve all the friend requests. And Donnie does that. My bad for inviting you earlier. I'll get you on in a future day where we can hang out and play a couple of games, talk some shit. As for that, Fight, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I had fun today. I really did. And I'm glad that I got to have my buddy on, Sam. Honestly, one of the best people in the world, one of my closest friends, for a long time. On Friday, I have a debate with Dion Simon, who is a flirf that's apparently been around for 4 or 5 years. I've never heard of him. Dion L. Smo. Apparently he was on MC Tunes a few weeks ago. He says he's the best flat earth debater on the planet, and he's never lost a debate. So looking forward to that. And then I will definitely have my new episode of Flurfs Are Idiots out in the next couple of days as well.
All right. Well, excuse me. Again, I need a drink right now because my fucking voice is going out. But anyway, guys, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for everything. We will have the mask debate on Sunday. Kirsten, we'll see you there. Today's Wednesday. My brother's getting married on Saturday. This is the reason why I don't have my camera right now, is because my family's using it, so I do apologize for that. But we'll have the camera back next week and new videos as well coming out next week. Maybe if I can go get the camera ahead of time, I'll go get it and record a video for you guys tomorrow night. I'm doing my best. I'm just now coming back around with energy. I'm just now getting over being sick. And, yeah, I appreciate all you guys' support, and thanks for sticking around. Other than that, I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.